Yeah. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip-hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it, cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest, every story got layers. Everybody got opinions, I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here, I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Yeah. This is Smoke News TV.
Smash that like
We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip-hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it, cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest, every story got layers. Everybody got opinions, I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here, I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building.
All right, man. What's good out there, man? Here we go. What the likes looking at? Look, 32 likes right when it start. Come on, let's get them likes up, gang. Come on, man. Let's go, man. Let's get them likes up, man. Word. Shout out to Yolanda over there on Kick, man. Shout out to Yolanda. Make sure y'all follow me on Kick also. If y'all don't rock with YouTube, if it's YouTube is a little bit too much, you know, you can always go to Kick. I'm live streaming over there right now as we speak. Shout out to Paige over there. On Kick over there, man. Smash that like button. Do me that favor. Shout out to my peoples over there on Kick. We trying to build that platform up, man. So while I'm live here every day, that shit is over there live too, that part. So that's where we starting at. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up in the building. Shout out to Black Barbie. Shout out to all my mods, man. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to all this. What was it? Why y'all gotta have these difficult ass names? My Gigi, I don't know what. My G's, I don't know what. My G, like, come on, baby girl. Damn. I'm just playing, though. Shout out to you, though. We're gonna get to all this shit, to be honest. Shout out to Raven in the building. Shout out to all my mods, man. He said these boys are done. Yo, that's a fact. When you break, yo, listen, we was on this, we had a nice live last night. We had, you know, we always laugh. Hey, they had a couple of trolls, get them a little 10 minutes of fame, nah, man, put them in their place, get your ass out of here. But we broke down that TMZ audio, and everybody said you could clearly hear him saying get up. Now, we got some other clear audio from other content creators that I got one that actually did a great job. And we're gonna get to her. She's on TikTok. Shout out to her, man. Now, absolutely something happened, bro. I don't want to talk now, but absolutely something happened. The way we broke that shit down yesterday, the way I broke that shit down, stopping the audio, letting y'all get your opinion so y'all can hear what's going on. Then we go back to Warren interview. Oh, we got part 4 too. Yeah, shout out to Tatum. Once again, let me tell y'all something before we start. Tatum just dropped another interview with one of the Nolan other friends. That shit is out right now. See, I ain't really want to get to that because you wasn't on the boat. You was on the island. But Tatum is actually like going from one friend to another to another. I'm very curious if Tatum gonna actually do an interview with Wyatt, since Wyatt's name is all over the internet right now. But he actually has dropped another interview with another Nolan friend. Not a white boy. I guess he's mixed, whatever. I think it's the kid Shepherd. Yeah, it's the kid Shepherd. It's the one that did the interview with ABC, I think, morning, whatever. He said he was the one that you hear him dropping the F-bomb. Well, that's Shepherd. He's the one that's saying that's him. So I don't know. Tatum's getting a lot of interviews, man. Shout out to him for getting these interviews, not for nothing. Nah, man, whatever people got against him, that's done. We all content creators, so I appreciate him even getting the content from them boys. Like I said in my last video, because I don't know where else them boys was gonna go to go do an interview. To be honest, so shout out to Tatum for getting that interview, champ. Let's get this copyright out the way, man. We only got 67 likes and there's 250 people in the building. Come on, man. Let's get them likes up to 100 right away. Let's get this copyright out the way though, right quick. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. Clips and videos I play, they also owned by the original creators. Yeah, you know, everybody got their opinion about Tatum. I'm not here to talk about him. I just appreciate him giving us the content. You know what I mean? So that's different. But before it is, I don't know what type of content. I think he's in a lot of politician things and all that. But shout out to him. I mean, keep doing your thing over there, getting them interviews from the boys. Because one thing y'all got to understand, y'all can say F Tatum and all that in the chat for the people that feel about him. I don't have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? But one thing we got to understand, he's giving them an interview, and the more they talk, the more they're going to be comfortable. Why you think we got all this boat thing now? We got Warren. Now, say we would have never got the interview from Warren and TMZ would have dropped the boat audio. Nobody wanted to put that shit together. Say he never would have did the interview with Tatum. We would have never put it together. That's what I'm saying, that Tatum, okay, people is judging him on it, but at the end of the day, he's getting them boys comfortable to talk. And when you're comfortable, you talk just a little bit too much. It's just a nature in them. Shout out to Bella, man. Shout out to everybody that's pulling in the building. Shout out to Candy Girl, man. Yeah, man, where them likes at, man? Let's get 7 more likes, man, before we continue. Because we jumping straight to the interview. We're going to review this. That's exactly what we're going to do. There's a lot going on right now. Yeah, he did the interview with Shepherd. I think he did it on Tristan, whatever that kid name. I'm not really interested in that interview. I'm going to go watch that interview probably later tonight when I'm done with the live, late night, and see what the kid is speaking about in that interview with Tatum. But I'm not really like, because he wasn't on a boat with them. I think he was on a separate boat. You know what I mean? So it's like the only thing we can hear from him of what he know. So I'm definitely going to go check that interview out. That shit is like 40 minutes. He dropped the whole interview. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking, Miss G. I was thinking the same shit. Or, I'm not going to lie, I've been starting to think. I think Order might have took a bad one. If y'all know what I mean. When you popping them pills and all that, that shit only stay in your system about the amount of days. Now, I don't know if these kids take pills, they take drugs, whatever. But when the way these people been, the way we've been breaking it down, you hear that little audio on the back of that call. It sounded like he telling somebody to get up. And then I got another video where he said, you hear somebody saying check his chest. We don't know if this is actually confirmed. We just going by what we breaking it down, the audio and all that, but we could clearly hear him say somebody, yo, get up, get up. I'm starting to think he might have took a bad one, maybe a bad pill or something. I don't know, because it's kind of weird. Because why would he keep the neck structure if he actually overdosed on a pill? This case went and took it that far. So I had to X that out. I said, nah, Smoke, that ain't what happened. Because if he would have OD'd on a pill, took the bad pill, whatever, or took too many pills that day, they wouldn't have been bugging out the way they is. Or maybe they are because they probably scared they provided him the drug to Nolan. Because they could get arrested also if they find out that Nolan actually did a drug, caught a bad one, and actually OD, whatever, allegedly, and they was the one that was serving them. They could catch a charge over that shit. So I don't know. Like, it depends, man. It's a lot of questions on this shit. Hold up, I forgot to totally do this shit. Pardon me, gang. Give me 1 second. It's a lot of questions involved in this, man. All right, we good. Yeah, I be forgetting sometimes. They be tweaking. Yeah. Let's get this junk started, though. How many likes we got? Okay, we got 120, man. Continue smashing that like while y'all coming in the building. Do me that favor. Nah, the autopsy going to tell for itself. What have shown that. That's what I was thinking, too, Gelato. I was thinking the same shit. I was like, nah, Smoke, don't even think that, because the autopsy would have showed that. So, I'm believing there was a lot of loopy going on. They was doing probably some pills, alleged. Everything I see on this video is alleged. And I think a couple of temper was going on. We broke this shit down yesterday about his boy Wyatt. Allegedly, he might have got a temper the way he was acting, the way he was angry. So, it's a lot to this right now, man. It's a lot to it. But let's continue, man. Y'all want to support the channel, man? The cash app is in a banner. Don't be afraid to support the channel. Super chat also. You can also get your membership. Join Team Smoke. Grab your membership also. Or you can just smash the like button. That junk is absolutely free. You ain't got to do none of that but smash the like. But give me your like. Give me that hype button. It's 3 dots in the video. Go to the 3 dots on the video. You're going to see the hype. Smash that hype. And subscribe to the channel. And do me a favor. Share the video, because we need all these videos to the like. Share the video on all platforms. Every video y'all join, share it. He was on that boat and he said, no, get the F up. I went through that video a lot, and I went through a lot of other people's video, how they broke it down. And that's clearly what they said. But let's get to the interview, man. It's already 7:05. Yeah, let's get to the interview. Smash that like button, man. We got almost 400 people in the building. We only got 150 likes, 140 likes. Let's continue, though. Let's get to Warren, part 4 of his interview. Then we're going to go back to the audio. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, the audio, the interview, all that shit connects. Everything connects. Everything, allegedly. But when you hear him talk and you put down, we're going to look at the picture. Oh, let me make sure I load that goddamn picture up. Make sure I load the picture. Hold up. Let me make sure I load that picture up. What is that? Right here. All right. When we look at this picture, we can clearly see somebody's leg is hanging off the boat, bro. And a lot of people say, nah, man, you really can't tell the dude on the edge of the boat. He on the phone. Yesterday, we was up here about 5 goddamn hours. And a lot of people could clearly see that his hands is up as like this on the phone. The dude that's on the edge of the boat by himself next to the body, allegedly, that's whoever leg is that hanging off the boat. You can clearly see that. Shout out to Gelato, man, for that $10 super chat. Love the show. I appreciate that. I really do. I need all the love, man. Show love to the channel, man. I appreciate for all y'all, you know what I mean, rocking with me. So definitely always appreciate that. But let's get to Warren interview, though. Let's get to part 4, because we're going to go through all this shit. We're going through all this.
The west tip of Horn and
Let's go to the interview. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Hype your boy up.
All of you guys have given by law enforcement. All of you guys have given statements. But then I think that there's a part associated with this that's being rumored out in the public, and that is the situation with the cell phone, potential deletion of messages, how the cell phone was retrieved. And I just want you to tell your side of this, because what we're getting from the media is that they literally had to I don't know, coerce you guys into giving it back. You didn't know where it was at. You were hesitant to give the phone over. Almost as they had to turn your wrist or twist your arm just to give it back.
Right.
Well, what happened with the cell phone thing? So let's go back to the first engagement you had when it comes to the family or somebody coming back to get the cell phone and keys. When did that occur, and what happened there?
Okay, well, that night, about 12:30, I went back to my buddy's house.
And you said the night of the 4th?
The night of the 4th, but it was about 12:30, I would like to say. And so I went back to my buddy's house that I stayed the night before, where we all met up, and stayed together the night before. And my buddy got a call from this guy, and
Remember, they stood at a house the night before Saturday. That's why I try to tell people. Nolan spent the night at somebody's house also. Let's continue.
The first engagement you had when it comes to the family or somebody coming back to get the cell phone and keys. When did that occur, and what happened there?
okay, well, that night, about 12:30, I went back to my buddy's house.
And you said the night of the 4th?
The night of the 4th, but it was about 12:30, I would like to say. And so I went back to my buddy's house that I stayed the night before, where we all met up, and stayed together the night before. And my buddy got a call from this guy, and the guy was like, oh, what's going on with all this Nolan stuff? Very aggravated. I mean, yeah, every right to be, but I mean, we were trying to calm him down, and he was just like, oh, where are y'all at? My buddy said, we're at my buddy's house, and he said, all right, and then he just hung up. And so about 30 minutes later, I'd like to say, all of a sudden the door just got open and slammed, and there was a girl who walked in, and probably about 8 or 9 guys behind her, and then another mom, which was Javon's mom. And
who's Javon? I want to put that in perspective. Who is Javon?
Javon is one of Nolan's good friends. He's a friend of mine too, great guy. And his mom and their family is, very close with, the Wells family. And I mean, so I don't know why she was there, what was going on, but I was very.
You know what get me mad about this shit? The way he talked, too nonchalant, too laid back. I don't know why she was there. She just bust through the door. Nolan missing. What the hell you mean? You was best friend since 8th grade. I look at Nolan like a brother. He's like my brother. He's like, he's like my brother. He's like my brother. He's like my friend and brother. This and that. Nigga, so why you not up and looking for the dude? That's the problem. I don't know if it's a culture thing. I don't know if they more laid back when death just hit them and all this. I don't think it's that. Because I know for a guarantee, if I'm lying, I'm flying tomorrow. If that was Wyatt on the other side, instead of Nolan, if it was Wyatt, your ass wouldn't have been in the room like that. Your ass wouldn't have been chilling like that in the house. You would have been out there trying to look for your buddy, Wyatt. But why you so laid back when everybody else is panicking on this side, but y'all laid back? That shit doesn't make no sense. Y'all should be panicking too. That's your boy. Y'all left him in the goddamn island with no phone on, Warren. Warren, you know that's a no-no, nigga. It's 12 o'clock midnight. You know something is wrong. If your boy's out there, you don't know where he's at. Y'all assuming he crashed out somewhere and went to sleep. How would y'all know if y'all got his phone? Did y'all call anybody else on the island that you said? Because he said he called somebody else. He said there was people on the island. Oh, we're going to get to all this. But see, I got a problem with that. You too laid back. You did this interview by last week after the funeral. Bro, there should be some emotions. This funeral was just, bro. He didn't just do this interview today. He did this interview last week, right after the funeral probably. I'm assuming. Why you too chill, bro? Talk about, I don't know why they busted the house like that. What you mean? Little no missing, nigga. That's what they mad for, nigga. That shit crazy. These niggas in there chilling like this. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, dude, good on. Yeah. Like, what? Yo, you know what's crazy, bro? I'm being honest, man. If something really happened to Nolan and they didn't do nothing, somebody else did something, y'all too effing calm. That's the problem. Y'all was too calm that night, and y'all know how the ins and outs of that island. Y'all know what be going on. Y'all know if y'all leave somebody there with no cell phone, and if y'all ain't been in contact with the dude, there's something strange going on. You call all your friends. Yo, you see Nolan? Nah. You see Nolan? Nah. You see Nolan? Nah. It only takes about 5 phone calls to realize Nolan not around. Those your dudes. Those your buddies. Nolan, the people that Nolan hanging around with is mostly your friends. He got Javon and them. Those his homies. But it only takes 5 phone calls for you to understand that Nolan's nowhere falling asleep somewhere, because that's what you assumed on the last interview. You said that, oh, I figured that Nolan might have passed out somewhere because we was all drinking that day. All day. Nah, bro. He's too calm, bro. Let's go back, man. This shit get me mad sometimes. I ain't gonna hold y'all. This junk got my brain like, it got me like, yo, this whole case got me rocked. Like, this case got me frustrated as hell. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Pardon my language. Let's continue though.
Surprised about this. My buddy's house, and he said, "All right," and then he just hung up. And so, about 30 minutes later, I'd like to say, all of a sudden the door just got.
We ain't gonna be playing these games. We're gonna do this shit early today. 195 likes, and we got damn near 66. We got over 600 people in the building. This how y'all gonna do Smoke News TV? Seriously? Hello. This how y'all gonna do it? Hello. This how y'all gonna do me? Smash that like button. That junk is free. We got over 600 people in the building. Oh, we just getting started. Smash the like button. Come on, man. Man. Come on. Let's go. Let go. Smash that like button. Come on, gang. 196 likes, and we got over 600 people in the building. Come on, man. Smash the like button. Do me that favor. Smash the like button. Hey, mods, be on point on everything in the chat today. Y'all already know what's going on. Let's get them likes up to 250, 300 at least before we continue. This shit, nah, we ain't stopping. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. Because this shit got me frustrated. He just saying that, yeah, they just came to the house, bust through the door. I looked at him like, damn, what's wrong? What's going on here? Your boy's missing. That's what the hell is going on here. And nobody spoke to him for several hours, and y'all got his phone. That's what's going on there. This kid is too nice, chilled out. He's too chill, bro. I can't get jiggy with this dude. I just can't, man. Ed, I can't get. You too calm, Warren. You too calm, bro. Even if you didn't have nothing to do with it, bro. Respectfully, and I've been saying respectfully throughout all these videos, because we're trying to find the truth just like all these other channels are. You too calm. That's why people are questioning you. We don't know about the others, but when it comes to you, you're too calm. I don't know if that's in your heart. I don't know if you did boot camp. I don't know what you a military kid. You not none of that though. I bet you when you lost a goddamn sports game, whatever sports you play, football, baseball, whatever, I guarantee you cried when you lost that game, right? When it was the playoffs, right? I bet you cried then, right? I bet you and your buddies cried over that game that day when y'all could have went to the playoffs or something like that, right? Why are you so calm when the death when somebody's unalive that you actually love that you call your brother? Come on, let's get some more likes up. Let's get 300 likes, because then we're gonna continue. You way too calm, bro. Way too calm. All right, we need 4 more likes, man, so we can get this party started. Let's get 4 more likes. Let's get over 4 likes. How about that? Smash that like button. Please smash the like button. That shit is sad, man. Nah, Smoke. What he said? He just playing his role because this interview was script. That's a fact. This shit is getting me mad though, Lawrence. Like, you could play the role all you want, you know what I mean? But god damn, you don't show no type, no trust. Even if you, that's why I think something happened to Nolan, and it was somebody that he probably know. But he look at them more like a brother than Nolan. if y'all get what I'm saying. You might say you love Nolan, but the person that probably hurt Nolan, you probably love him more. Pause. That part. You grew up with that dude that whoever, the people that hurt Nolan, allegedly, you probably grew up with them since like 5, 6 years old. You ain't meet Nolan till later on in life. So your bond with your buddies is way different. That's why you call them your buddies. Let's continue. Let's go, man.
Open and slammed, and there was a, we're at my buddy's house, and he said, all right, and then he just hung up. And so about 30 minutes later, I'd like to say, all of a sudden the door just got open and slammed, and there was a girl who walked in, and like probably about 8 or 9 guys behind her, and then another mom, which was Javon's mom. And
who's Javon? I want to put that in perspective. Who is Javon?
Javon is one of Nolan's good friends. He's a friend of mine too, like great guy. And his mom and their family is, very close with, the Wells family. And I mean, so I don't know why she was there, like what was going on, but I was very surprised about this. I was like, like you just basically like kicked the door open and, bust up in the house with no knock or anything.
So is Javon black or white?
Javon's mixed. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I guess he's mixed.
Yeah.
So, but he's not white.
He's not white.
Just white.
Yeah.
Or all white, I guess you might call it.
Yeah.
So then they come in the house. Do you know any of these people?
I know some of the
said
guys.
the mom, but do you know anybody else?
I've seen the mom before, and I know most of them. Most of the guys went to high school with me, and like I'm friends with some of the guys. I mean, I know some of them. So eventually, like things started to get heated, and I was just like a guy I was friends with in high school. He was like, "Man, come outside with me," and I was like, "All right." And I walked outside with him. And he was like, "Man, I don't know why. Like they're panicking, and like this is just like I think Nolan's just on somebody's couch. He's been drinking all day. He's just messed up, and this is nothing that we have to worry about." As much as I sat there and I told him, I was like, I agree. I would think he's on somebody's couch, just had been drinking all day and just drank too much and was super intoxicated. And that's kind of what a lot of us thought, but they were kind of losing it and they were going crazy. And the mom that was with them demanded Nolan's phone because
I love it when we get somebody like this. Okay, so we got somebody saying, still talking about these boys without any facts. Shame on y'all. Okay, so we got Monica Jones. Hey, Monica Jones, you got a son? Let me break this down to you, because maybe maybe your head and maybe you don't think out the box. You got a son? Do you got a daughter? Do you got a son? Okay, I'm assuming you probably got a son or a daughter, right? So let me break this down to you, Monica Jones, since you think that we blaming the boys. No, we're not blaming the boys. The way they moving is what we blaming. The way they motion is, the way they moving, they shaky, they lawyered up less than 24 hours if it never happened to Nolan. So we not blaming his friends. We blaming the way they moving in the activities. You got a son? Will you accept the way they moving? Will you accept that? Will you accept that when the sheriff come to you and say, "Oh, we just think he drowned"? So you just gonna sign a paper and sign that shit off, Monica? That's what you telling me? You just gonna live off your life? Yeah, the sheriff say my son drowned, so I'm just gonna believe him. You just gonna go on with your life and don't try to find out the truth? When you know your son the best, the most, because you raised that boy, you know when he's doing right or wrong. You don't know everything he's doing, but you know mostly he got a lot of sense. You won't question them on the way they move and how they left your son on the island? Miss Monica Jones, since you think we blaming them, we blaming their movements. Like I said, if they didn't do it, they know something, they seen something, or they know the person that did it. Those are the only 3 things. Because why would they lawyer up right away, sweetheart? Why they didn't go out there and panic like everybody else was panicking? If that was you and your son, you panicking, you go in the house with your little cousins and family members, y'all panicking. Y'all don't know what's going on with little Ray, whatever. Come on, stop playing with me, man. Cut it out with that. Because if you ain't got no kids, you can't relate then. Ain't nobody pointing fingers, yo, they was dumb. It's the way they move. It's the whole action, how they was moving throughout them hours, sweetheart. You would question them too if you had a son that was left on an island and you don't got a clue what the hell happened. That shit will haunt you every day, ma. Stop playing. You know me and you goddamn well, you know that shit will haunt us. I won't be able to sleep to find out the truth. And then to put the icing on the cake, the place that he got unalive at, meaning Nolan, they kept certain body parts. How would you feel about that? Let me get you out of here now. You got your little 10-minute of fame. Let me get you out of here. All right, let's continue. Because I hate, not for nothing, I respect everybody's opinion. But when you come over here talking about shame on y'all don't even know the truth. The truth is laid out on the table. Huh? You woke over there or you sleep over there, sweetheart? I don't know what the hell you doing over there. Bugged out people, man. You must ain't got no kids, respectfully.
Nolan's phone, most of the guys went to high school with me, and like I'm friends with some of the guys. I mean, I know some of them. So eventually, like things started to get heated, and I was just like a guy I was friends with in high school. He was like, "Man, come outside with me," and I was like, "All right." And I walked outside with him. And he was like, "Man, I don't know why. Like they're panicking, and like this is just like I think Nolan's just on somebody's couch. He's been drinking all day. He's just messed up, and this is nothing that we have to worry about." And as much as I sat there and I told him, I was like, I agree. I would think he's on somebody's couch, just had been drinking all day and just drank too much and was super intoxicated. And that's kind of what a lot of us thought, but they were kind of losing it and they were going crazy. And the mom that was with them demanded Nolan's phone because Nolan left the phone on the boat. And when we ran in, Nolan didn't ask for his phone and his keys were not on the boat because his car was parked at my buddy's house where we had all slept, the night before the 4th. And so the keys were left at the house because Nolan's car was at my buddy's house where we stayed at. So of course he left his keys there. But his phone, he was drinking. He didn't have his phone in the water because no one did. And there was more than just Nolan's phone that wasn't on the boat with us.
So it was more than just Nolan's phone that was on the boat.
Yeah, we obviously had all our phones, but on the boat. But those weren't the only people. Like Nolan wasn't the only person that left a phone on the boat. There was a lot of people that left phones on the boat, not that didn't ride out or in with us. So we there was a couple phones that we had that we didn't know who they belonged to, and my buddy's got that figured out, But it wasn't just Nolan's phone that was on the boat that who wasn't there. There was a lot of phones.
So when they barged in, they started.
Exactly. Shout out to MTP management. He said the fact that the black friends showed up deep with the mom and almost kicked the door down lets me know they knew something was fishy. Hello. Hey, yo, MTP, let it been the other way around. Them people would have been down there with the whole goddamn neighborhood been at that black door, knocking on the door saying where the hell is Wyatt and where the hell is Warren at? Why y'all left them on the island? That's what gets me mad when Warren say that. Like, I don't understand why people's acting like this. Your best friend was missing. The family knew something was wrong. How the hell you ain't know nothing was wrong? You just went home, you and your buddies, and went to go watch TV. That shit is bugged out to me. Come on, Warren, wake up. Wake up, kid. What we doing out here? That's why we looking the way y'all. That's why we asking these questions the way y'all moving. It's the way y'all moving, bro. Y'all moving real fishy. What else what else, anything possibly we can say? Like, nah. There's way more to this. Like I said, if y'all ain't do nothing, it's either y'all know something, y'all seen something, or y'all know the person that did something to Nolan. Those are the three things I can actually think of. And y'all just helping them out. how much you love Nolan, but you helping them out. Because something telling me whatever happened to Nolan, it happened during an argument, and maybe them individuals, or maybe that one individual, they didn't mean to hurt him the way he did. Because at the end of the day, he unalived them. That's the only thing I could think of. That whoever hurted Nolan, they didn't do it on purpose. Everybody drinking all day. A lot of anger pumping out of the chest. The boat ain't working. This is all what Warren's saying. Who you gonna take it out on? They dropping F-bombs on Nolan. Yo, man, Nolan, get on the effing boat. We gotta go. But how's that possible when the last time y'all said y'all seen Nolan was 3 o'clock? Y'all ain't leave till 4:30. I booked this shit down last night. That's the reason why we question him. People just want to say, oh, okay, he just drowned. No. That was your kid. You don't want the goddamn truth too. Hello. Let's go, though. Yeah, they went there deep. They wasn't playing because you know why? Because they knew something was fishy already. Just like MTP said. That part.
That didn't ride out or in with us. So I mean, there was a couple phones that we had that we didn't know who they belonged to, and my buddy's got that figured out, but it wasn't just Nolan's phone that was on the boat that who wasn't there. There was a lot of phones.
So when they barged in, they started getting frantic. The mom asked for Nolan's phone.
Right.
Was there a struggle over it, or did you guys hand it over?
I mean, just handed it over. I mean, we didn't think anything of it. Like, she asked for Nolan's phone. We knew they were close friends with, the Wells family, and my buddy went out to his truck and handed the phone over. No complications, no issue, nothing. But I mean, I told Miss Christine that we had his phone and he had left it in our possession on the boat.
When did you? Miss Christine is Nolan's mom.
Correct.
When did you talk to her about that?
When I was on, no, I didn't talk to her once. Like, it was like 12:30. I mean, I might have texted her a couple times and talked briefly about a couple things, but I told her on the phone before I called the Coast Guard that we had Nolan's phone. Before I called Miss Christine, I asked, I was like, oh, well, where's his location at? Because Nolan had his Snapchat location on for me. And he said, it's Wyatt said it's, in my truck. Like, because everybody.
Oh, you done effed up, right? You done effed up, right? You effed up, right? Why are you stumbling so much? Why are you stuttering? Wyatt, location? Because I'm pretty much sure y'all all share locations. Y'all friends, right? It's something about Wyatt, yo. I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers at Warren, but when you mention somebody named so much in this story, and you say he was angry over his boat, all this, he was dropping an F-bomb on Nolan, telling Nolan to come on the boat. I'm only reviewing what you're telling us. I'm not pointing fingers at these boys. Let's be that clear. But like I said, when one is speaking too much about the other one, there's something suspicious about that. Like I said yesterday, why it sound like he got a hot temper? He's one of them hot boys, especially when he get loopy. That's what it sound like. That's what it sound like. And for you to say, yeah, you got your phone in the truck, whatever, you can check why his location on Nolan location. What? I'm pretty much sure you share location with Nolan because you look at him like a brother on certain apps. And the way you stuttering, it only been 2 weeks. Your story should be like this. Quick and fast. There's not a month. There's not 2 months. There's not 3 months. There's not 6 months. There's not 5 months. There's not a year. This just happened about damn near 2.5 weeks ago. There's no reason why you should be stuttering the way you're stuttering. All your answers should be right on point. Boom. Because you have nothing to worry about. Stuttering too much, champ. And that situation just happened about 2.5 weeks ago. It's July 25th. It happened July 4th. How you lost so much memory? Unless y'all was taking drugs, y'all was really drunk. Allegedly. I'm only assuming. Let's go, though.
Who left stuff scene, I asked, I was like, oh, well, where's his location at? Because Nolan had his Snapchat location on for me. And he said, you know, it's Wyatt said it's, you know, in my truck. Like, because everybody who left stuff on the boat, it was Wyatt's boat, so Wyatt put it in his truck, you know, like it was normal. And so the phone was in possession in Wyatt's truck. And when that mom came over and asked for it, there was no issue at all with us giving the phone to her. I mean, Nolan just left it on the boat. We handed the phone to her that night of the 4th of July.
Hey, Domo, the way you putting on words, take them shits out, man. You gotta like fix the words. Them shits too. Come on, Domo. Come on, Domo. You know better than that. Come on, you putting exact words on there. That's bugged out. Come on, Domo. Take that shit out right here. When you put the words, Domo, man, like misspell it, you know the vibes. Come on, man, because you spelling them shits correctly like a mother. Come on, Domo. You must be loopy over there, Domo. Let me find out, Chad. You like, man, I'm putting everything down. Oh, you loopy. Domo putting the right words in the words and everything. Yo, come on, man. You my mod. You know you can't do that.
And did you guys go through the phone or?
Of course not. I mean, well, none of us had a reason to go through Nolan's phone. I mean, there's multiple phones on the boat. Why would it be? And the boat was having issues. Why would our concern be getting on Nolan's phone or something? I mean, I don't even know Nolan's password. None of my friends do. We had no reason ever to get on Nolan's phone and look at anything. I didn't even touch Nolan's phone. None of us touched Nolan's phone until somebody took it off the boat and put it in Wyatt's truck, and then no one touched it until we handed it back, you know, to the mom that was at my buddy's house.
So who grabbed it off the boat and put it in Wyatt truck then? Every movement counts. Let's continue.
On Nolan's phone or something. I mean, I don't even know Nolan's password. None of my friends do. We had no reason ever to get on Nolan's phone and look at anything. I didn't even touch Nolan's phone. None of us touched Nolan's phone until somebody took it off the boat and put it in Wyatt's truck, and then no one touched it until we handed it back, you know, to the mom that was at my buddy's house.
Was that the only phone that she picked up, or was it other people's phone that they came and got? Or
that I know of, I think that was the only one that she had. You know, but I'm not completely sure. I think that's the only one that she took Nolan's. That's it.
And so we're on the 4th, where the night, probably going into the morning of the 5th, this happens. Then the dad comes back at some point to get the keys.
Right.
What happened there? When was this, and what happened?
Well, my buddy Brooks drove me and dropped me off at my house, and I woke up to a text the next morning that Miss Christina texted me, and she said, "Hey, Nolan's dad's there is there at my buddy's house to pick up the keys." And you know, I didn't think anything of it. I told her that I was praying for her, and you know that we were out there and we were, you know, doing everything that we could to help out.
And when he came to pick the keys up, was there a confrontation, or? Because I could have sworn I saw on the news that when he came to pick the keys up, it was almost like an altercation because you guys didn't want to give the keys over, or you said you didn't know where the keys.
And that's exactly why I understand. How the hell, shout out to Lock Vegan, man. How the hell your friend missing? It's late as hell. Y'all think he don't spend the night at Katie's house. I'm telling you, that's what they thought. Oh, nah, he might have crashed out at the girl house he was with. But don't you want to make sure? No, I understand what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people don't do. I understand we get loopy. Sometimes we crash out. I understand that, bro. But not for nothing. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Not for nothing. Every time I go out one of my day ones or homies or somebody that I'm rocking with, yo, not for nothing, they'll tell you. I'll call them, make sure they good. Like, yo, you made it home, or I send them a text, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, even if I forget and it's 5, 6 in the morning, I'll just send him a text like, yo, bro, you good? If you don't answer, he'll probably call me when he get up, whatever. But I make sure we good, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all in the middle of a goddamn island. You told me you ain't had the thought to be like, yo, let me use this phone and try to figure this out or call his mom up right away. It been mad hours. We ain't hear from Nolan. Remember, they left the island. That's how bugged out they is. They left the island. This is the other interview. They left the island. They went home to a friend to go take a nap. Remember Warren said they wanted to go take a nap? They woke up because they wanted to see the fireworks. They left their friend house, went to his girlfriend or his girlfriend friend, whatever, girls that they know. That's the pool place. They went over there to go watch the fireworks. So during that whole goddamn time, you ain't telling me it didn't come across your mind to be like, yo, where the hell is Nolan at? It took Wyatt to bring Nolan name up for you to figure out, yo, where is Nolan? Because you clearly said that in your last interview. You said you was upstairs talking to your girl, the girl father about boats, which it's hard for me to believe on the 4th of July that y'all drunk and all that. Who the hell want to talk about boats? I'm just saying, maybe y'all probably were. But you and him upstairs by yourself talking about boats, that's weird to me. But anyway, you came back downstairs. This is what you clearly said, Warren. You came back downstairs, back to the pool. You heard Wyatt speak about Nolan. That's when you was like, yo, where is Nolan? And that's when y'all figure out, okay, something is going on. He's Nolan haven't been around. That shit doesn't make no sense to me. It just doesn't. We don't went through these goddamn interviews, bro. We done did about 5 hours last night and everything. Like I remember, I got to remember like an elephant. He clearly said he came back downstairs, got back with the gang, with his crew. He heard Wyatt speak about Nolan. That's when he realized, yo, where is Nolan? Really? So let me ask y'all a question in the chat, right? Let me ask the chat this, right? Because I'm about to let this marinate in y'all brain. Remember when he said that? When Wyatt brought up Nolan, that's when he realized, yeah, where is Nolan? You said you brought up Katie in his interview. So obviously you know the girl Katie. Then it come across your goddamn mind and your little brain to call Katie or get her number from another hello to find out where's Nolan. You clearly said that Katie texted your friend the next day in the other interview. You said Katie texted your friend and said, yeah, Nolan was a great guy and this and that. This coming out of Warren mouth, pause, if y'all remember. So I'm asking, why the hell that Saturday, not Sunday, Saturday, why y'all ain't contact Katie and wonder where the hell's Nolan at? You would have thought Katie would be home by 9 o'clock p.m. They gotta go do fireworks. They ain't in the island still. So why you ain't contact Katie? If Katie know your friend number, you could easily get Katie number to find out where's Nolan at. Hello. Why are we getting so much of all this BS around the corner, around the bush, up the street, down the street? No. All this shit could be solved if they call Katie. Hey, Katie, last time we seen Nolan, he was with you. It's about 9 o'clock at night right now. It's almost going on 10. You got, by any chance, is Nolan still with you? Katie texts your friend the next day on Sunday. This came out your interview during the on Tatum interview. Tatum know I'm not lying if you watching. It's like, nah, he ain't lying, yo. He did say that. Tatum know I'm not lying. He said Katie texted his friend the next day. So why y'all didn't contact Katie that July 4th before 12 o'clock a.m.? Just to get the whereabouts of your friend Nolan. Because you clearly said that was the last person that was with goddamn Nolan on the island. Stop playing, bro. Yo, who this, yo? Hey, Maz, if you see all these spams, yo, let me get this guy out of here. See you. He over here dropping some Jesus and all this. If you don't get your ass out of here with that, man, God bless everybody. But you ain't doing all that tonight. But y'all get what I'm saying here? He clearly said that Nolan was with Katie, the last girl. Sunday morning came around. He said that when he woke up, he got a text from, his boy called him. Katie texted his boy. He said this in Tatum interview. I'm not effing lying here. Hello, anybody woke out there? So if the last girl that know your friend number, don't you want to call that girl that's the night before to wonder what the hell is Nolan at? It been 10 o'clock p.m. and that's the last person you see Nolan with his hands around? Because you looked at Nolan and said, boy, you know you crazy. Remember you said that? You looked at Nolan and said, boy, you know you crazy. You said that. I ain't making this shit up. You said this during the interview. Everybody in the chat, don't y'all remember that? We got 1,200 people. They all remember that shit. I know they do. If you got common sense, by 9 o'clock p.m., 10 o'clock, you still got that boy phone. Don't you want to contact Katie? That's how you know something going on here. Because Katie know your friend. You know Katie. You know the goddamn girl name. Why you ain't contact that girl July 4th at 10 p.m., 9 p.m., 8 p.m., 11 p.m. before y'all reported her missing? And if y'all did contact, what was her excuse? Stop playing, man. Stop playing with us over here, man. Smash that like button. We should have 500 likes. Come on, gang, man. Let's get some more likes in the building. I know some people looking like, I don't like his teeth. I ain't hitting that like. I don't like the way he look. I ain't hitting that like. Well, just watch that, nigga. How about that, niggas? You know what I mean? Like, just watch. Ladies and gentlemen, just watch. Smash that like button if you rocking with your boy Smoke, man. Do me that favor. Because I clearly just broke this shit down easily. We don't even got to go through all this shit. The one that should be questioned right now is Katie and her family. Because according to Warren, he said that's the last person he's seen Nolan with. They get back to the land. About 9 o'clock p.m. already. You still got his phone. You looking at his phone in the goddamn truck in the house, whatever the phone was at. Don't y'all want to call Katie and be like, yo, where the hell's Nolan at? We haven't seen Nolan. He haven't pulled up or nothing. Hello? How the hell Katie just surpassed all this? This shit nasty work. Let's continue, gang. That nigga didn't call Kaylee July 4th and ask where Nolan at. That's crazy. He know the girl Katie. Make it make sense, gang.
The
Really
keys
not.
red.
Doing everything that we could to help out.
And when he came to pick the keys up, was there a confrontation or? Because I could have sworn I saw on the news that when he came to pick the keys up, it was almost like an altercation because you guys didn't want to get the keys over, or you didn't. You
No.
said
Ava supposed to be another female. Katie and Ava, yeah, that's supposed to be another female friend. That girl name got mentioned in this too. They saying that's the girl pool house, the pool party. The pool, whatever picture, they saying that's the girl Ava house, I guess, allegedly. I don't know. Let's continue, though. Shout out to Go Hard.
know where the keys
not.
were at?
I mean, no, absolutely not. I mean, I wasn't there, but from what my friend told me, they just had to look for Nolan's keys. It's not like, why would we be hiding Nolan's keys? There's no reason to hide anything. You know, this is our friend. We have nothing to hide. I mean, we were trying to help, do everything that we could to help out.
All right, so I want to be clear with this one thing because I know you mentioned before that you have no reason to touch the phone. Obviously, you didn't touch the phone.
Right.
But is there any chance or any knowledge that you have that anybody deleted stuff from his phone?
Absolutely not. I mean, like I said, there was no reason for us to get on Nolan's phone. No one touched Nolan's phone, but nothing. If none of us had touched Nolan's phone, then there's no reason for anything to be deleted. I mean, no one even was in contact with his phone until it was moved from the boat to the truck. And none of us have access to Nolan's password to get on his phone and delete anything. Absolutely not. And we have no reason to delete anything. I mean, there's nothing to hide here. I mean, we have had no reason to delete anything, and we never did. All
right, so I have something I want to make sure that we're clear about, because you had mentioned earlier that you saw Nolan cradling Katie.
Right.
Her name is Katie.
Yeah, Katie.
I just want you to explain, what does that mean? Some people in their mind, they may think he's cradling like a baby.
Yeah.
Like what is that scenario look like?
He was. I mean, Nolan was off. The last time I saw him, like I said, I was off the bow of the boat, and like I said earlier, if you had jumped off the bow of the boat, you were probably about chest or neck deep in water. So Nolan wasn't like carrying her out the water. She's sitting in the water, and Nolan's arms are under the water, and he's carrying her from under the water. But her head's still out of the water. Nolan's head's still out of the water. And I was looking at both of them. So.
Oh, so he's kind of like holding her.
Right.
Kind of like,
in the water, though.
I mean, like we grown, right?
Yeah,
There's two people in the water. They feeling each other.
Right.
Like meaning feeling they like each other.
Right.
And
that was obvious.
He's a little more close to her, and they're kind of having a moment.
Correct.
Not saying and not insinuating that it's sexual, but
no, of course not. Yeah.
They're together. They like each other. You looking at him. you like, bro, you crazy. Because
Yeah.
you know that he like her and he's
Yeah.
hanging out with her.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Exactly.
That makes sense. And when was the last time that you saw Nolan? And then when was the last time that someone reported to you that Nolan was seen? If
Okay.
that makes
There we go. We got another one, y'all. All right, so shout out to Solid Gold. I'm gonna give you a shout out. I'm gonna give you a little fame right quick because obviously you haven't been you're not a subscriber. So she said you're behind with the news. Have you reported on the emergency call? In the background, you could hear them saying, "Nolan, don't die. Get F and the other things. Get caught up, bro." Get caught up, bro. You're behind. Get caught up, bro. No, you're behind. I never seen your name in my chat day in my life. Where you been at? Yo, shout out to you, light skin. I mean, shout out to you, Solid Gold. Now maybe you'll subscribe because, like I said, we'll cover it and we do a little comedy over here also. Because people like you, y'all just jump in. Oh my God, catch up. You're behind. We did the emergency call yesterday. We was on there for 5 hours reviewing that shit. Hello, you want to go back and check it out? I think you might have seen the 5 hours. You're like, I ain't clicking on that. That's a long ass time. I ain't doing that, girl. You're behind. We've been on this shit. Oh my God, you can't make this up. Come on, Ma, you know better than that. Why would you even play me like that? Won't you click on the channel and look at my content on live and maybe you'll see like, oh, dang, this nigga been caught up. I even got the title on there, emergency call. What is you talking about? Shout out to you though, Solid Gold. You ain't saying nothing disrespectful, but I'm just trying to rebuttal what you saying, baby. That's all, it's just a rebuttal. Smash that subscribe button, man. For real, do me that favor. Shout out to you though, Ma.
Yeah, of
you
course.
see her and
Yeah.
they're kind of having a moment.
Correct.
Not saying and not insinuating that it's sexual, but
No, of course not. Yeah.
they're together, they like each other. You looking at him, you like, bro, you crazy. Because
Yeah.
you know that he like her and he's
Yeah.
hanging out with her.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Exactly.
That makes sense. And when was the last time that you saw Nolan? And then when was the last time that someone reported to you that Nolan was seen? If
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
like
of
you
course.
saw him at a certain point, but then someone else saw him a lot later when you guys were gone.
Right. Okay. So the last time I personally laid eyes on Nolan was at like 3:00, and
We go with the 3 o'clock. I don't understand that. Y'all left an hour and a half later. But anyway, let's go. 3 o'clock. Remember, they left at 4:30 though.
he was, front of the boat with the girl, and that's the last time I saw him. But there were, I've talked to somebody personally that saw Nolan at 6:00, and someone, we weren't even the last people to see Nolan. Once we left, there were still dozens on dozens on dozens of boats around us. And I mean, clearly we were not the last people to see Nolan.
And that's my problem. But everybody else want to defend the boys. Oh my God, the boys didn't do nothing. There's dozens of boats around them. If he's gonna say it clearly, we ain't the last person that seen them. Where are the other people that seen them then? Where are they at? We need some more unlocked characters. And shout out to the person that said, did I see the other interview with Tatum with the other friend? I'm gonna go check that out. But really, respectfully, the little I think his name is Shepard, whatever. Taysham, I don't know what the hell his name is. He ain't really got nothing to say because he wasn't on a goddamn boat. We don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna go check his interview out. But when you say there's dozens of boats over there, it's like, bro, okay, so why nobody else know nothing like a Katie that you know of that Nolan was trying to go grab the poom poom and go to holler at her because you looked at Nolan and said, boy, you crazy. I want to know what's that about, to be honest. I think he actually speaks about that. But I don't understand how nobody else ain't see him and there's dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of boats. And shout out to the other person. Oh my God, you're shame on y'all. You're blaming the boys. No, we're not blaming the boys. It's the boys the way they was moving. Why nobody else is talking? Obviously, that's telling us something strange is going on. Yo, Katie, you got to pull up your chair. We gotta go back and see what's going on here because everybody's throwing Katie under the bus. And Katie, who you came there with? Your father, your family, your brothers, your cousins? Who?
I'm gonna ask you some very pointed questions. I mean, just straight out.
Okay.
I didn't come down here to, do anything other but to get the truth
Right.
and for you to have a voice in this.
Right.
And the first thing I want to ask you is, did you kill Nolan?
Of course not.
Did you have anything to do with Nolan's death?
Of course not. And absolutely not.
They say that you guys deleted stuff out of his phone. Did you delete anything out of Nolan's phone?
No, of course not.
The mom acts like, or at least she portrayed on television, and the rumors are that you weren't really good friends with Nolan. Is that true or not?
Absolutely not. I hung out with Nolan probably like 3 days a week. I mean, seriously, at least. Some days my friends want to hang out every single day, and Nolan was always there. So,
And obviously, people may see this and know the facts later,
Right.
that you weren't able to go to the funeral or the memorial service.
right.
Why didn't you go? What was that?
Well, I mean, with everything going on social media right now, and with people saying the crazy things that they're saying, I would never want to take the attention off of Nolan and his family. They don't deserve that. And, for own personal reasons, I mean, I've gotten thousands of death threats. My family's got thousands of death threats. And, for my own safety, I'm not going to put my own health and safety at risk. It breaks my heart that I can't go, and it hurt me more than anything because obviously I want to say my last goodbyes to one of my best friends. But I mean, if I'm getting thousands of death threats with people saying they're going to kill me and do crazy things to my family and I couldn't bring myself to go because, I got to put my own safety first. And even if that means, missing my friend's funeral, I mean, it's horrible and I wish I could have been there, but that's what's been going on,
And you guys, and I think this is the first time that you've publicly gave a statement about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And obviously you're doing it with me. We're gonna put it out there for the world. Why did you choose to do it now? And why did you choose to not speak to anybody but me?
Right. Okay. Well, Officer Tatum, I've been watching you for a good while now, and I think you're a great guy. You've kind of, ever since things got really hot, you've kind of been on my friends and I's side, and I really like that about you. I mean, I thought you were very confident and well-spoken, and I really enjoyed that. And all my friends and I watch you. We all think you're great. We love your faith with the Lord. We try to be closer and closer with the Lord every day, and so did Nolan. And that we just really liked the way you spoke about us and how you took our side, not based off someone's agenda and based off of race, because I mean that's a horrible thing.
Was this about race? Did this have anything to do with race as far as from your perspective?
Absolutely not. I mean, Nolan's been a great friend of mine since 8th grade. Nolan isn't my only friend of color, and I have plenty of friends through high school and friends I have now, not just Nolan, who are black, Mexican. I've never looked at that, and none of my friends ever have. And if you do, that's disgusting.
And if you had a chance to, tell the world that have painted this picture of you and your friends as being potential murderers of Nolan, white supremacists, racists, what would you want the world to know if you can summarize?
It's crazy how he bring that up. Somebody just said that too. Hold on, because I actually was doing some. What right here? Yeah, it says kind of been on your side when he been dissing the black community. Kind of been on their side. Exactly. That's what I say. Oh yeah, we watch you all the time, Tatum. We respect you. No, not like don't be like Tatum only doing his job. Respectfully, Tatum doing his job. That's all he's doing. Like, listen, I don't go off of what he do. I'm just reviewing the interview. But for you to say, oh yeah, no. Taylor's setting y'all asses up too, if you think about it, because now y'all comfortable and you're going to be speaking. Now you don't spoke and they match to the audio. Because I see people in here like, yo, You don't know what you're talking about. You need to go there to hear the extended audio. It's only about like a few minutes left of that goddamn audio TMZ drop. If y'all know that, right? And I can tell you what y'all heard. His grandfather called the toll company back and told them they don't need no help. That's the only left part of audio you're gonna hear about that. So for everybody that's some people dropping a little, yeah, go hear the extended audio over here. Go ahead. You're only gonna hear about an extra 3 minutes of what TMZ dropped. And TMZ didn't edit it. Because you can hearly clear in that goddamn video that I still got from TMZ that you hear somebody say, hey, yo, get the F up. Like, what's wrong with people sometimes that jump in the chat? You don't know what you're talking about. You need to go hear the extended audio. It's only about 3 extra minutes. I can tell you what happened. They say that his grandpa called the towing company and canceled it. Yeah, that part. Because another towing company was coming to get him. Hello, it was a private one. That's their best buddy. We don't went through that 2 lives ago. Sometimes they want to drop the mic sometimes. I swear to God. People just be jumping in here and swear they know what they talking about. They don't click on the channel. They don't go on the live section. They don't review my lives and see what the hell I've been doing. Y'all just be assuming shit. Oh, it's an extended audio. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about in the chat. We know. The extended audio ain't that serious. The most important part of the goddamn audio is the beginning. When you can hear the background saying somebody get the F up. The rest of the audio don't even make no goddamn sense. So what the hell? I can't, bro. I can't. Shout out to the people that just be jumping in the chat talking about nothing and acting like I don't do my goddamn research. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Let's continue with this bozo, though.
To them in a very short paragraph or a few sentences.
Yeah.
What would you want to say to them if you had the opportunity?
I would want to say to them that my family and I are praying for y'all. You know, I can never bring myself to tell somebody that I'm going to kill them and that I'm going to, you know, like I've received and my family's received absolutely horrible.
All right. Hey, Tasha Kelly, tell me, what's the rest of the edit of the audio? Because not for nothing, if I'm TMZ, I'm gonna edit the part that you can hear the people in the back saying "get the F up." Why the hell TMZ? Listen, I know how TMZ do, but why would TMZ drop the audio that you could clearly hear somebody in the back say "get the F up" in their audio? So why they didn't edit that part out? And you can hear Warren. Hey, Warren. You can hear all that shit in the TMZ audio. Yeah, we arguing about audio over here. These people want to argue about audio. Okay, since y'all know all the answers, let me go to y'all channel then. Come join the stream, y'all, and we can sit down and talk about this. Like, stop, bro. Like, hey, yo, you can't make this shit up. Yo, TMZ edit, honey. Oh, say, so why they ain't edit the part where you can hear the F-bomb? Let me tell you something, honey. All the content creators that's doing the team, you know where they got that audio from? TMZ, honey. How the hell you think you went on another channel and heard a goddamn audio? It's from TMZ, honey. Can't make this shit up, yo. Warren speaking for too many people. Judge went to Warren and some responsible doubt. They closed Tatum because he is the tap dancer for the clear people. Shout out to Heavily Cut, man. Shout out to Heavily Cut for that $5 super chat, man. I appreciate that, chat. You know, we all know about Tatum. We all know. Nah, you know, I got time for this. He gonna say, no, it's the TMZ is at it, honey. Well, listen, I didn't block you, but how the hell you think everybody on these platforms got the audio? They didn't get about. They got it from TMZ that dropped it, honey. Is this? Let me tell y'all, people. There's apps where you can slow down the audio. I got a clip where the lady got that. I'm about to play that after this. If you give me some goddamn time. There's apps where you could use and you could slow down the audio. I had an app yesterday where we tried to clear out that picture that Ben Crump dropped yesterday. Am I lying, gang? Sometimes the AI messed up the clearness. Go to my live yesterday, and you'll see that I tried to clear that picture off. There's apps you could clear to slow down the audio also. So that's what you're hearing from other people, honey. You can't make this shit up, bro. Let me continue, because I got time tonight.
Threats about this, praying for y'all. You know, I can never bring myself to tell somebody that I'm going to kill them and that I'm going to, you know, like I've received and my family's received absolutely horrible threats about this. And, you know, I want people to know that our faith with the Lord is stronger and means more to us than anything. And we all trust in the Lord, and for the Lord to reveal the truth. And I know that's what will happen because I have faith and my family has faith. But I want people to know that I'm praying for them. And if they want to speak hate and speak, you know, these horrible things, and I mean, you're obviously not in the right state of mind, and you need to work on yourself. It's a horrible thing, and you know, but race was never a thing between Nolan and I and my friends. I mean, I have friends in my friend group that are Mexican and, you know, mixed, black. I mean, that's never mattered. And I think it's just absolutely disgusting that people try to make this narrative out of something that it's absolutely not, first off, and out of something that they have zero facts about. Jackson County hasn't released any facts. There haven't been any facts about this case other than that, you know, just timelines and, you know, stuff like that. But it's horrible that people have made this out to be something that it's absolutely not. And it's disgusting in my opinion.
Was Nolan the only black person on that island?
Absolutely not. I saw a lot of black people. And like I said, I mean, you know, it's not pointed out or anything. I mean, I wasn't looking at that, but my buddy Trayson was out there, and, you know, he's mixed. Javon was out there. He's came out. He's mixed. I know a bunch of my friends that are black that were out there that day that I haven't even mentioned. I mean, Nolan was not the only black person out there by no means. I mean, like, there was thousands of people out there, white, Mexican, black, you know, everyone, you know.
And in the friend group, is Nolan the only black person in the friend group?
Absolutely not. My buddy Trayson's black. You know, I have other friends of color. I mean, our friend group is very tight, and, you know, we have not a small group of guys, but we have 10 to 12 guys in my friend group, and, you know, we're all from Ocean Springs, and, you know, we grew up together. But Nolan is not the only black guy in my friend group by any means, and everybody knows that.
There's controversy around the CETO, right? You guys called it in.
Right.
They have that record of you guys, you know, making that emergency call.
Right.
But then there's this, I guess, graphic of you guys traveling at a slow speed. Then all of a sudden you accelerate.
Right.
People are saying that that's an indication of something afoot or foul play going on in that timeline. What do you have to say to the naysayers who are mentioning that something must have happened, that you guys were going slow, then you accelerated all of a sudden?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely not. We got towed probably a quarter mile. Like I said, my buddy Bart drove his boat up next to ours after he pulled us out away from the island, and then he towed us a little more while we were trying to get the motor figured out. I mean, the motor would trim down. So then eventually, and the motor wouldn't trim down. And so eventually we figured out if you held the manual trim on the motor will stay in the water even when you start to accelerate. Because when my buddy would put the boat in gear and forward, the motor would come right back up. So it trimmed down, but then it'd come right back up when you went to go put it in forward and drive off. So yeah, we stopped at one point. My buddy pulled the plug out the boat, got back in the boat, the captain of the boat, got in the water, pulled the plug out the boat, got back in the boat, and hit it. And like I said earlier, we all transferred our weight to the front. So, because there was so much water in the back of the boat that when my buddy had it pinned out all the way, trying to go as fast as we can, and the boat was still sitting like this on the water. Wouldn't even plane out. So we had to move all the way to the front of the boat. Everybody had to get on the bow, and eventually we planed. Everybody.
Told y'all, for people that been in this channel, the only thing he really talk about is his buddies in the boat. Because that's the narrative. They want to make it seem like the boat problem took a lot of time. So they don't know where Nolan at all of a sudden. But see, that's why I get confused at, because y'all leave at 4:30. But then you ain't see Nolan since 3. But the whole interview is about boat and water. 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 That's all he talks about. This whole interview is talking about Nolan. When was the last time you seen him? Did you see him with anybody else? Was he involved in any altercation? Was he involved with your brother altercation? You said no. That's hard for me to believe, though. Because I feel like if Nolan been going to your house for 4, 5 years, 3 years, whatever, and he only been going to your house, you never been to Nolan's house. You clearly said that. He only come to your house most of the time since y'all been friends. That tells me that he look at your brother, your little brother, like a little brother too. So if you see your little brother in a physical altercation on the beach, I see Nolan putting his drink down and running over there like you ran over there. Boat and water. Boat and water. That's all we talk. That's all we hear, bro. Just like it's ridiculous. And we hear buddies, my part me, and buddies too. 3 words: buddies, boat, and water.
Sat back, and when you're on plane and you're going, water starts coming out the boat. Like that's the whole reason he pulled the plug, because when you come out the water and you're on plane and the boat's level, water starts coming out the boat. So, I mean, that's why we came to a stop, so he could jump in the water, pull the plug, and then we hauled in. There was no stopping, because if you do stop, the water starts coming back in the boat because the plug's out.
So there's nothing nefarious there. It's just a formality of trying to unplug the boat and
Absolutely
get it,
not.
Get it docked properly.
Correct. I mean, we were just trying to, solve the boat's issues, because we wouldn't have ever gone anywhere if the boat wasn't figured out. So.
And Nolan being a good friend of yours, really good friend of all of you guys. Some of you guys have been accused of killing him. I mean, obviously he was.
You see, pardon me. That's the part I would have said right there. Nah, did Nolan help you out with the boat? That's hard for me to believe. Why we ain't hearing Nolan helping with the boat now one goddamn time? Nolan is this kind kid, very helpful. He talk very proper, all this. I see him helping y'all with the boat too then. Why in this moment when all of a sudden y'all fixing the boat, you and your buddies, I don't hear Nolan joining? The only thing you said that Wyatt screamed on him, telling him to effing jump on the boat. Did what Nolan didn't help y'all fix the boat or try to figure it out? That nigga, yo, bro, nothing respectfully. Rest in peace to that kid. That kid been around y'all for about 4 years. I'm pretty much sure he knows about boats. Being around y'all. That part. And I sit back and wait. That's probably something he probably wanted to learn. I could see Nolan going over there helping y'all. You telling me Nolan helped y'all now one time for. You said you seen Nolan at 3 o'clock. Y'all didn't leave till 4:30. You had boat problems. We're gonna say between 4 o'clock, 4:30. We're gonna say 3:45 all the way to 4:30. You telling me Nolan didn't participate to go help y'all to try to figure out what's wrong with the boat? That's the question I would have asked him. Because they making it seem like Nolan was just running around chasing poom poom all day. That's the way they making it seem. Yeah, last time I seen Nolan at 3 o'clock, he was around Katie. That's the picture y'all trying to curate. Like Nolan went there chasing poom poom throughout the whole island, and the last time you seen him was at 3 o'clock. Nolan was nowhere to be when your little brother was fighting. Nolan was nowhere to be found when the boat was trying to get fixed and y'all was trying to figure out, and all y'all came with Nolan, so I could see Nolan trying to figure out with y'all. Maybe y'all need an extra hand or something like that. What are we talking about? But the picture y'all making, pause, the picture y'all making is like Nolan was just chasing poom pooms all day. He was just getting loopy and chasing poom poom, had his hand around Katie and just chasing poom poom. That's what Nolan was doing. These are the questions I would have asked him. Because dumb moments that you said your little brother got a little busy on the island. You said your brother got a little physical fight. You said your little brother put him in the arm bar, all this, whatever. You said Nolan was nowhere to be found, which is kind of strange to be like, nah. What time that happened? Y'all ain't arrived there till 11 o'clock. So what time your brother got in the fight? Y'all couldn't have been separated that fast. Hello. I ain't making this shit up. The GPS boat showed us on the news and all this shit. What we talking about? Y'all arrived there by 11 o'clock. So what time your brother got in that physical fight? What time he put that other kid in the arm bar? And you saying Nolan was nowhere to be found around there. That's in your other that's part 2 or part 3 with Tatum. You said cause Tatum, shout out to Tatum for asking. They said, was Nolan involved in that fight? You said no, absolutely. There was a younger crowd. And then Tatum said, was he around there? He said, nah. What? How? What time that happened? So you telling me from 11 o'clock all the way to 4:30 when you left, all the way to 3 o'clock, that's the last time y'all left. That's the last time you seen them. And then y'all left an hour and a half later. You didn't bump heads with Nolan at all? He was just with Katie the whole 8 hours. We got boat problems and everything. You telling me he just said, nah, man, F them niggas. I'm over here with Katie. That's what Nolan was doing? See, we gotta know Nolan real character that if you're gonna push that narrative. Was Nolan one of them dudes that he liked to chase the females and all this and that? Nothing wrong with that. We all was once upon a time in our age. But see, we got to know if that's his character. Is he one of them little playboys? You know, nothing wrong with that. He like to chase the females and all that shit. Nothing wrong with that. But when you say he's a kind kid and he's helpful and all this, so why he ain't help your ass to go help on the boat? You telling me you ain't see him throughout the whole boat mechanic problems? He ain't come volunteer to come help y'all with the boat? He got there with y'all. Why wouldn't he volunteer? That part. What you talking about? This story is strange, yo. It's too many females. We got the Katie girl. They trying to make it seem like Nolan was he just disappeared with females. And last time they seen him was at 3 o'clock. It's like, nah, bro. How? Because you know how I know you lying? From the time you said your little brother got in a fight and the girl came to you and said your brother's over there fighting. You said you put down your drink and you ran over there. You telling me you the only one that ran by yourself over there? You telling me your homeboys, everybody that came with you, Nolan, on Wyatt, whatever, nobody didn't run with you over there? Hello. Y'all bros. If I see my bro running over there, I'm gonna go run with him. What the hell's going on over here? Hello. So you telling me Nolan didn't see that fight? I'm gonna ask you a question. You said you put the drink down when a girl came to you and said your little brother was out there getting busy. Somebody hit him. Boom, he hit him back. Put him in the ball arm. You explained the whole shit to us. I ain't lying. I ain't making this up. You said you quickly ran over there. You the only one that ran over there? Your boys, your bros, your buddies ain't run with you? Nolan didn't see that either? The reason why I'm talking like this because his timeline doesn't make sense. The timeline doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. The activities that he's putting out there on the island, and he's saying that Nolan is nowhere around for this. The fight, the mechanical boat problem, he's nowhere around for this. That's hard for me to believe. And he's this kind kid. That's hard for me to believe. That's hard for me to believe. Hot Honey. Shout out to Hot Honey for that $10 on Super Chat, man. Following your channel last week. Just want to show some love. I love your realism. That's a fact. You know, I'm going to bring it to how we're going to bring them. Keep giving us that news with your real ass swag. Justice for Nolan. I appreciate that, love. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, man, this timeline shit don't make no sense. Think about this, y'all. All right, the females and ladies and gentlemen. Y'all telling me y'all in a club. Somebody come to y'all. Yo, Keisha. Yo, TT over there banging out over there. She over there fighting at the bathroom. What you gonna do, Keish? For all the females in the chat, Becky too, and the white girls too in the chat, and Jessica, the Spanish girls. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna run y'all ass over there, right? And whoever y'all with is gonna run right behind y'all. That part. What we talking about? Y'all gonna go find out what's going on with y'all sis at the bathroom. Yo, fellas, niggas run up to y'all. Yo, man, they jumping your man over there by the bathroom, man. Y'all came there 3, 4, 5 deep. You run over there. You think your man's just gonna be at the bar like, yo, let that nigga go by himself. No, you and your homie's gonna run over there to see what's going on with the other homie. That part. That's why I said that shit doesn't make no sense when he tell me that his brother getting busy and he the only one run over there and Nolan was nowhere around. You looked at Tate on face, the interview guy. You said, yeah, Nolan was nowhere around. He wasn't involved in there. How? What time this happened? Y'all ain't get there till about 11 the goddamn clock, nigga. And you ain't leave. You left by 4:30. A lot of shit was going on between them hours. Get the F out of here, bro. 4:30 come 4 o'clock. They got mechanical boat problems. You telling me Nolan wasn't there either? Yeah, he was over there with Katie. Man. That's why I said this shit be bugging me out. And that's why I black out on people that come in, but like, oh no, go hear the audio. We don't need to hear the audio. The interview was telling us everything. We're gonna play the audio once again. They want me to go play the full audio on somebody else shit. No, we're gonna play TMZ shit where I can clearly hear the end. I'm gonna go to another female. Bozo ass people. No, we got it clear over there. No, they use an app like everybody else doing. They trying to break the audio down, man. TMZ edited. Okay, they edited that part, but we can still hear the effed up part. What you mean? Like, oh God, yo, Katie, where you at? I know you somewhere clubbing. You got to get back to school next month. Summer's something. I mean, summer about to be over. You about to go back to college, but we need some information, ma. We need some information, Katie. Not for nothing, man. Warren throwing you under the bus. All the other friends throwing you under the bus. Your name is getting all over the place. Even the Coast Guard mentioned your name. Yeah, last time I heard, from the narrative, I heard that shit, he was down there with Katie. Even the Coast Guard mentioned your name. Who the hell is Katie? Nancy Grace mentioned your name. Yeah, I want to know who the hell is Katie. Exactly. We want to know who's Katie. Katie, you got to, come on. We got to find out the truth, man. We really need this shit. Pause.
Somebody you knew.
Solve the boat's issues, because we wouldn't have ever gone anywhere if the boat wasn't figured out. So,
and Nolan being a really good friend of yours, really good friend of all of you guys. Some of you guys have been accused of killing him. I mean, obviously he was somebody you knew, somebody you spent a lot of time with. With all that has gone on, if Nolan was here, what do you think he would say about all this?
I think Nolan has one of the most, Nolan's.
Shout out to Mr. Make It Happen. I love that comment. You've been following me? When this shit first happened, when this shit first happened, they was down there marching on some bullshit. Respectfully. Nothing wrong with y'all. I mean, brother united and all that, but at the time of the moment of cases like this, we ain't got time to march. We got time. We got to get united and try to find out what the truth is, what's going on with these young black men. I rock with you on that note, for real. Because at the end of the day, man, you got to put your foot on their neck to find out the truth. All that marching and praying respectfully, that shit don't bring the truth sometimes. Sometimes you got to push the limit. And shout out to the Wells family for doing that, actually. Let's continue.
The best man I've ever met. I mean, he has an amazing heart. Water, pull the plug, and then we hauled in. Stop so he could jump in the water, pull the plug.
You see how he said he got an amazing heart, so why the hell he ain't help y'all with the mechanic problem with the boat? That's why I get confused at, man. Y'all trying to make it seem like little bro was a poom poom chaser.
And then we hauled in. There was no stopping, because if you do stop, the water starts coming back in the boat because the plug's out. So
there's nothing nefarious there. It's just a formality of trying to unplug the boat and
absolutely
get it docked properly.
Correct. I mean, we were just trying to, solve the boat's issues, because we wouldn't have ever gone anywhere if the boat wasn't figured out. So,
and Nolan being a really good friend of yours, really good friend of all of you guys. Some of you guys have been accused of killing him. I mean, obviously he was somebody you knew, somebody you spent a lot of time with. With all that has gone on, if Nolan was here, what do you think he would say about all this?
I think Nolan has one of the most, Nolan's one of the best men I've ever met. I mean, he has an amazing heart. And like I said in the beginning, Nolan is one of the nicest and sweetest people I've ever met. I mean, seriously, he had no hate in his heart whatsoever. I think if Nolan knew this was going on, he'd be sick to his stomach. I mean, Nolan hated all hate and arguing and drama. He didn't like any of that. So, I mean, I think if Nolan knew this was going on, he'd be very, very upset. I mean, it's horrible. If he knew his friends were getting these threats and, we were, felt threatened for our lives, I mean, Nolan would be traumatized if he was here, and if he knew that. I mean, he was a person of no violence, and, he had a really good heart. He would hate it.
You think your friendship with Nolan inspired you to want to speak out?
Of course. I mean, I know Nolan, and like I said, I've been really tight with Nolan since 8th grade. And
8th grade, right? 8th grade is what? 12 years old, y'all, if I ain't mistaken? Somebody put in the chat. What's 8th grade? About 12 years. 12 years old, right? I think about 13 you hit high school. 14. Oh, 13. I was thinking that 13. Okay. So you've been friends with him since 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's only 5 years. He known his buddies since they was like 5 years old, nigga. They went to the same preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. That's way more years with his buddies than Nolan, respectfully. He got a way better bond with them. Same culture, same activities, same schools, same everything. Even though they all started going to the same school in high school probably, but he got a way closer bond with them. So when people say yo, that's why I keep telling y'all, he got allegedly, they got a thing they call a buddy section and just a friend section. That's my brother. The buddy section, I believe, that's my ride or die, nigga. I'm going to ride with my brother no matter what, right or wrong. That's my buddy. The friend section, I just met you. You were outsider. We brought you in. We've been friends with you for a couple of years. Hello. You got a closer bond with the people you grew up way more from the beginning you was young all the way. But when you meet somebody in high school or you meet somebody in 13, but he only coming by once in a while, y'all play probably video games, that's not the same bond because he don't live in your neighborhood. I'm pretty much sure Nolan don't live in the same neighborhood they live on. That's why Nolan probably used to like going over there. They probably got the pool. They probably got all types of shit over there. Big house, everything. Hello. His mom is a judge, man. I can imagine how big their house probably is. Now y'all get what I'm saying? So Nolan was on that side of Ocean Springs. This side of Ocean Springs is where the money at. It's where the bunnies, all that, nigga. Little bunny poom poom, all that shit going on. Rich activities, different activities, hunting, fishing, all that. It's different. So Nolan went over there. He tried to join in. Basically, he joined in because they've been friends. But the friendship that Nolan got with Javon and them, this is what I'm trying to explain. The friendship Javon that he got with Javon and them, just like he got a friendship with Wyatt and them. There's 2 different friendships. There's 2 different friendships, bro. Sometimes someone look at you like the brother and they'll look at you the same way they look at their other friends, they buddies. But some don't. If they buddy made a mistake and accidentally caused somebody to unalive, you don't think he gonna help his buddy before his friend?
He's a best friend of mine. He's like a brother, and Nolan's the type of guy to fight back for what's right and fight for the truth. And I know Nolan would tell me if he was here to fight back and make sure the truth is out and make sure your word is out, because that's what matters most.
So after all that's been said in this interview, do you have any theories about what could have possibly happened to Nolan?
My buddies and I have talked about it. And like I said, I mean, I've been on the water my entire life. My friends have. It's not like we're unexperienced in this, but Nolan was my best friend, and he was my friend's best friends. And well, he was like a brother to me. And more than anything, in the thing that's most important is what happened to him. And I mean, I want to know just as much as anybody else. I mean, that's all, like, my friends haven't stopped talking about that. Like, what happened, and, you know, like, just trying to figure it out. But I would never want to put it on somebody else because of the hate that I've received for just being out there around them, and my name getting brought up because I called the Coast Guard. I was the first one to call the Coast Guard. I mean, I don't know, and I want to know more than anybody. I mean, my friends and I are like very, like, have been wondering this for a while, and, you know, we just want to know as much as anybody else what happened to him. But I would never want to sit here and blame anybody else and put this on anybody else because of the hate and death threats that my family and my friends have received. It's horrible, and I would never want someone else to, like, experience that, you know?
Yeah, especially if there's no evidence to it.
Exactly.
So I got two more things I want to address directly. It's been said out there that you guys immediately delete your social media, lower it up, as if you were in some type of fear that you would be implicated in this. What do you say to that?
I mean, of course we lured up, and of course, you know, I deleted my social media. I was getting death threats before anything ever came out because I was the one that called the Coast Guard. I mean,
Yeah, I believe that. What time they call Nolan missing? About 12 a.m., right? Because they said that he called them first, whatever. And then Mama Love said she called about 12 a.m., 12:30. I think she called 12 a.m., Mama Love. So you telling me you got death threats at 12 a.m. exactly when Mama Love and all of them started coming to your house and all that? Oh, yeah, I got a couple of clips on that new interview. We're going to get to that new interview with the other guy, too, the other friend. We're going to hear what he got to say. Shout out to Nicole Everything. We're going to go on the channel. We're going to hear it. We're going to see it. But you telling me you got death threats that fast? That's impossible. That's impossible. You see what I mean here now? For the people that came in, oh, my God, you're blaming the boys. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Hey, yo, shout out to that lady that was in the chat. She said, y'all blaming the boys. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Look what he's saying, man. He's lying. How the hell you give death threats before you even called him missing? Like, how? They didn't even find Nolan yet. He might still be alive. So how you got death threats? Nolan might be asleep somewhere on somebody's couch, like you said, right? That's what y'all thought. So how the hell you going to get death threats when y'all assuming Nolan probably knocked out in somebody's house? Liar, bro. Liar, man. Liar. Allegedly.
I mean, people put this all on me because I was the one that called. I was the one that was, you know, worried. My friends were just as well. I mean, of course I deleted all my social media. I was getting...
Shout out to Virgo, man. Definitely Fugazi. You already know. We about to surpass this and go to the next one. I'm gonna get to three good clips that another content creator got from the other friend. We're gonna hear what he got to say right quick after this one. Shout out to you for that $5 super chat, $4.99, $5 super chat. Shout out to Virgo. Appreciate that, girl.
insane death threats, like stuff I couldn't even believe 2 days after. And, you know, we went straight to the police. I wanted the police to come and ask questions. I wanted them to know and have all of my information. And, I mean, people were accusing me of murdering my best friend. It's sick. I mean, like, just because of race. I mean, it's disgusting. It makes me sick to my stomach. I mean, I got off of social media because there were people saying insane things to me and my family, and I just couldn't sit there and look at it. I mean, that's it.
And Warren, thank you so much, man, for being
course.
bold and courageous, for telling your story. The purpose of me doing this and flying down here is because I wanted to.
For that clown. Let's get to this other one right here. Shout out to Nicole Everything, man, on Instagram. Now we're gonna get to this other friend. This the Tristan, whatever the hell his name is, Shepherd, whatever his name is. Now, Tatum actually dropped this whole interview today, whatever. I wasn't really too interested in it but shout out to Nicole Everything. I guess she got the best clips of it, most important ones. Shout out to her. Again, Nicole Everything on Instagram and all social platforms. Let's get to the first one. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. How many likes we got? Okay, we in the loop. He said the S cop. Yeah, that's a fact. Officer Ruckus. Let's continue though, gang.
Nolan is somewhere, you're somewhere.
Now I'm gonna play it off my phone here.
Hanging out, and when was the last time you did that? Like, put me in your place where the fight is over, whatever happened. Nolan is somewhere, you're somewhere, you're hanging out, and when was the last time that you saw Nolan before you left Horn Island?
So, after the fight, I didn't stay on Horror Island much longer. So the objective, I was really on Horror Island much longer. So the objective, I was really upset. So with you hear me yelling, my uncle had told me to get on the boat and wouldn't let me back off the boat. Obviously, I was really mad and I wanted to fight, wanted to get off, but what wasn't smart, man. And so I was on the boat, I'm yelling, and
Now, this is the kid. Remember the first video that came out and they thought that was Nolan saying, yo, get my effing phone back. They thought they heard somebody arguing. This is him saying that allegedly that's him on a boat arguing with another person. And the person he's arguing is obviously, we're going to get to it. He said he was arguing with an older white person. Like I said, it's a lot of loopiness going on that island with older folks too. Let's continue though with this young man. This is Nolan's other friend allegedly, I guess.
shortly after
That, like, put me in your place where the fight is over, whatever happened. Nolan is somewhere, you're somewhere, you're hanging out, and when was the last time that you saw Nolan before you left Horn Island?
So, after the fight, I didn't stay on Horror Island much longer. So the objective, I was really upset. So with you hear me yelling, my uncle had told me to get on the boat and wouldn't let me back off the boat. Obviously, I was really mad and I wanted to fight, wanted to get off, but what wasn't smart, man. And so I was on the boat, I'm yelling, and shortly after that, I left the island. I left probably 30 to 45 minutes after I got to the fight. We started to pack up and left because I was so upset. As Javon mentions, that they were ready to get me back to land because I wasn't really mad. I was genuinely really mad. But the last time I saw Nolan, I was walking to the boat.
Shout out to Virgo Princess for being a member. Appreciate that, girl. Shout out to Virgo Princess for being a member, being down with Team Smoke. Appreciate that, love. Let's continue with this bozo. Now, remember, Mama Love said she don't really know this dude. Everybody remember that? Remember they asked her, like, yeah, you don't got that kid that did the ABC interview? Mama Love said, nah, we don't really know him like that. But, you know, Mama Love don't know all his friends. So, but let's hear what he got to say, though, because he was on the island, and allegedly he was about to get busy with some other white folks. According to him. Let's go.
Before the fight, what wasn't smart, man. And so I was on the boat, I'm yelling, and shortly after that, I left the island. I left probably 30 to 45 minutes after I got to the fight. We started to pack up and left because I was so upset. As Javon mentions, that they were ready to get me back to land because I wasn't really mad. I was genuinely really mad. But the last time I saw Nolan, I was walking to the boat. This was before the fight. It's me and my old lady. We had just got out of a group of people. Nolan was walking towards Wyatt's boat. I was walking in the opposite direction towards my boat. And I dabbed Nolan up. I made a slight comment about something, actually about the girl that he was with. I made a slight comment to him. I was joking around, and I kept going.
I'm going to pause it right there. Hold up, because we got another member. Sure. Shout out to Hot Honey for that membership. Shout out to Hot Honey for that membership. 914. Appreciate that, love. Appreciate for being down with Team Smoke. Appreciate that, for real. You know what's crazy? Y'all know what I'm about to say? Remember when Warren said, when he seen Nolan had his hand around Katie, what was the word that he said to Nolan? He said, boy, you crazy. Now hear what he said.
We had just got out of a group of people. Nolan was walking towards Wyatt's boat. I was walking in the opposite direction towards my boat. And I dabbed Nolan up. I made a slick comment about something, actually about the girl that he was with. I made a slick comment to him. I was joking around, and I kept going. And not even.
What was the slick comment? Boy, you crazy too? It's something about Katie. Why is everybody looking at Nolan like he's crazy because he's with Katie? This is the second time. Warren said that when he seen Nolan's hands around the girl Katie, that they want to say that's the girl Katie. Nolan said, boy, you crazy. He said that's the last time he seen Nolan at 3 o'clock. He had his hands around Katie, or he was in the water with Katie, and he looked at Nolan and said, boy, you crazy. But with a smirk laughing. This dude said that last time he seen Nolan, he said he had a little slick remark, nothing crazy. He said that he mentioned about the girl he was with. Who the girl he was with that Warren everybody keeps saying? Katie. But I want to know what was his slick remark saying towards Nolan. Did you say, boy, you crazy? Let's continue. There's something going on right here, bro. It's why are they looking at Nolan crazy because he's with this girl, Katie? Hello. Shout out to Nicole Everything for grabbing the part of this interview. Shout out to Nicole Everything. Make sure y'all go follow on Instagram, man. Let's continue with the content.
About something, actually about the girl that he was with. I made a slick comment to him before.
He made a slick comment.
I was walking in the opposite direction towards my boat. And I dabbed Nolan up. I made a slick comment about something, actually about the girl that he was with. I made a slick comment to him. I was just joking around, and I kept going. And not even 10 minutes after that is when I got into a fight. Last thing I told Nolan was, all right, buddy, I love you. See you later. And I'm glad I said it. I had been under the influence a little bit, and that's probably why I did say it at the time, just, getting all lovey-dovey, but I'm at peace. I said it. I'm glad I said it. That was my last encounter with Nolan. Just telling him I love him.
Did you have any, so you leave the island, did you have any encounters or association with these phones, with the keys? Did you have any connection to that?
I did not. So what I know, I got my first phone call from Warren at about 9:20. I didn't answer it. I was asleep. I'd been on the boat all day. I didn't feel like going to party anymore. I went to bed. So I got my first phone call about 9:20, and I didn't wake up again until a little after 11.
I ain't gonna lie. He's showing more emotions than Warren. Shout out to Yolanda on Kick over there. Yeah, he's showing more. I could tell when somebody try to show us like they showing some type of emotion. He's showing way more emotions than Nolan, bro. And I think he went to the funeral if I ain't mistaken. But I want to know what he said to Nolan. Like, boy, you crazy, you dealing with her? Like, that's what I want to know, man. Damn. Let's continue though. Shout out to Yolanda, man, because he's showing way more emotions than Warren.
Up again, and I'm half awake, and I pick up the phone, and by this time nobody had came to the house to grab anything.
That, like, put me in your
Walking in the opposite direction towards my boat, man. Yeah. And so I was on the boat, I'm yelling, and shortly after that, I left the island. I left probably 30 to 45 minutes after I got into a fight. We started to pack up and left because I was so upset. As Javon mentions, that they were ready to get me back to land because I wasn't really mad. I was genuinely really mad. But the last time I saw Nolan, I was walking to the boat. This was before the fight. It's me and my old lady. We had just got out of a group of people. Nolan was walking towards the Wyatt's boat. I was walking in the opposite direction towards my boat. And I dabbed Nolan up. I made a slick comment about something, actually about the girl that he was with. I made a slick comment to him. I was joking around, and I kept going. And not even 10 minutes after that is when I got into a fight. Last thing I told Nolan was, all right, buddy, I love you. See you later. And I'm glad I said it. I had been under the influence a little bit, and that's probably why I did say it at the time, just, getting all lovey-dovey, but I'm at peace I said it. I'm glad I said it. That was my last encounter with Nolan. Just telling him I love him.
Did you have any, so you leave the island, did you have any encounters or association with these phones, with the keys? Did you have any connection to that?
I did not. So what I know,
We're gonna get to that to the next video.
phone call from Warren at about 9:20. I didn't answer it. I was asleep. I'd been on the boat all day. I didn't feel like going to party anymore. I went to bed. So I got my first phone call about 9:20, and I didn't wake up again until a little after 11 o'clock. And that was to my brother coming in the room being like, hey, Warren's trying to get a hold of you. You need to answer the phone. They're looking for Nolan. And I'm half awake, and I pick up the phone. And by this time, nobody had came to the house to grab anything.
Let's get to another part.
Did you have anything to do with Nolan's death? No. Do you have personal knowledge? So what's the racial breakup of these people that? What's the racial breakup of these people that are involved? So the guy that you fought was
White.
White.
I'm the only black guy involved in this whole entire thing.
Yeah.
And at all. I don't know.
He said the guy he was fighting he's about to fight was a white dude. Let's continue.
So what's the racial breakup of these people that are involved? So the guy that you fought was
White.
White.
I'm the only black guy involved in this whole entire thing.
Yeah.
And at all. I don't know. Carter is white. The dude I got in a fight with is white.
Mm-hmm.
I was the only black guy involved with this. My girlfriend's white. My uncle's white. There was no other black guy involved. And I know Ben Crump tried to run with a story saying that was Nolan. Mm. Well, I was like, nice try. But there was another black guy on the island, so now your whole narrative needs to change again.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
But why you gotta say it that way? Why you gotta put Ben Crump like, oh yeah, I know Ben Crump said he was the only black guy on there. Nice try, but they try to change it. But why you gotta say it that way though, champ? This is about Nolan. This ain't about trying to discredit Ben Crump. Ben Crump is getting every information he could get because let me let you know, young man, Ocean Springs ain't giving no goddamn information out. For him to say some ignorant shit like that is bugged out to me. Now I'm starting to think you know more than what you're talking about. You with them. Because why are you discrediting Ben Crump? He's trying to find out the truth about your boy. Your friend, right? Nolan, right? Yeah, last time I seen Nolan, yeah, I had a little, I said something about the girl and all that. This and that. I said I love him though, you know what I mean? I'm starting to think that y'all been mad at Nolan because he get a lot of poom out there. Because it's like, why you discrediting Ben Crump like that? The way you said it, you ignorant as hell, respectfully. Yeah, good try though. I mean, yeah, I was another black guy out there. Good try. What you mean good try? He trying to figure out what's going on. Because let me tell you once again, Ocean Springs and the people on the island, there's no information coming out, young man. And for you to say some ignorant shit like that is ridiculous. That shit crazy how he said that. Just the tone of your voice, your energy. Your whole energy went up on that part. I mean, your whole shoulders went up on that part. The whole time you like this, yeah, last time I see Nolan, your shoulders is down. Yeah, last time I'm thinking you got sympathy. You got me mixed up. People in the chat like, nah, Smoke, you wild. That nigga ain't got no emotions. I'm over here taking your side. In the first video, I said, nah, he's showing little emotions out here. Yeah, he showed more emotions than Warren. Man, you got me fooled. Once he bumped, but yeah, nah, man, I was the only, nah, man, I was the black guy over there. They try to change the narrative. Your shoulders went up on some ignorant shit, young brother. What's you talking about? Let's go back to this clown. Let me take that emotion part back because now you prove me wrong, man. There's no way in the world, bro.
Involved in this whole entire thing. Yeah. And at all. Like, I mean, I don't know. Carter is white. The dude I got in a fight with is white. Mm-hmm. I was the only black guy involved with this. My girlfriend's white. My uncle's white. There was no other black guy involved. And I know Big Crump tried to run with a story saying that was Nolan. Well, it's like, nice try, but there was another black guy on the island, so now your whole narrative needs to change again. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but that was Carter's involvement, and that was kind of it. Like, after the fight, man, I kind of...
Shout out to Ignorman. Well, I'm gonna say Ignorman. Pardon me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm a little loopy. $5 super chat. He said, I think Tristan is being raised by his white side. That's why he has the perspective. That's why he's on a side, to be honest. Yeah, another try. I was the black guy up there. But why? Yo, we trying to solve the case, young man. We not talk like you in that house too much, just like she said. Shout out to Norman, man. Shout out to NG. No, I think NG what? NG Norman? Yeah, NG Norman. I was say NG Norman. If I'm pronouncing it right, sweetheart. I appreciate that $5 super chat, man. This shit got me mad as hell, man. Let's continue, y'all. Yeah, last time I said all there is with the girl, I had a few things. And, I said those slick things. You said slick things. What was the slick things that you said in Nolan while he's with Katie? I'm very curious about that part right there. Did you say, yo, boy, you crazy? Like Warren said?
Like, was white. My uncle's white. There was no other black guy involved. And I know Big Crump tried to run with a story saying that was Nolan. Well, it's like, nice try, but there was another black guy on the island, so now your whole narrative needs to change again. Right. So, you know what I mean? Like, but that was Carter's involvement, and that was kind of it. Like, after the fight, man, I remember getting off the boat. I got off the boat, and I walked up to the island, and I was telling people, I was like, hey, like, I just need to cool off, like, let me be. This is after everything is dispersed. There was no crowd anymore when I walked off the boat. And I was like, let me be. Well, again, my uncle yelled at me, and I was like, I don't care what you're doing. Get back on the boat. We're leaving. So I got back on the boat, and we left shortly after that.
And well, at least I know you from the interviews that you've done. Some of the other boys haven't spoken out at all.
Yeah.
You've had a chance to use your voice to put the truth out there. You did an interview with, I think, ABC. And you also did an interview with the Rolling Stones.
That was my first interview, yeah, with Rolling Stones.
The first interview was Rolling Stones, then ABC?
And then ABC, yes.
Now, from what you told me before this interview is that the Rolling Stones gave you a very fair interview. Seemed like the young lady who interviewed you articulated very clearly what you told her with no fluff, no nothing added.
And she cared. She really did care. And she made sure that what she was telling was the complete truth behind everything with me, with my uncle, and then also fact checking on her side as being in media. And it all aligned, man. And when they came out with that, it was really genuine. When I felt that, it brought me to tears because it was like, that's the truth. That's exactly how it needed to be worded. And I appreciated her. I appreciated her a lot. And we took her out to One Island this morning to do another little bit. But she's done well, and that's the truth. Her story is nothing but the truth.
Now, ABC, on the other hand, did they treat you fairly, or how did that go?
So, I don't want to say they treated me unfairly. The quotes that he used in the article.
Enough of that crap. We already know the cost of using the article. What the hell you thought they was gonna do? Those are big companies. Those are big media companies. You thought you was gonna go there. You thought they was gonna turn. No, they're gonna turn, twist it, throw a little spice in your story. That's what they do, young fella. That's what they do. When you go do an interview with ABC and stuff like that, they're gonna. If your story sound boring, they're gonna be like, "Yo, now you know what? Hey Timmy, hey, what's going on? That little interview you did with little shepherd guy over there. Do me a favor, spice it up a little bit. Whatever he said over there, just twist a little bit, spice it up a little bit. That's what they do, Shep. That's what they do, young man. If you don't know that. So for you to join a big company like that and think that they had your back, oh, you thought wrong. You thought wrong, brother. You thought absolutely wrong.
Did you have anything to do with Nolan's death?
Shout out to Nicole, everything for dropping that, man. So obviously he got into a fight with a whole nother guy, huh? Let me ask y'all a question. He left the island. The person that he got in a fight with, like I told y'all, he might have wanted to take it out on another brother. Come on, man. Shout out to Gelato for the $5 super chat, bro. They don't realize they would do him the same way. That's a fact. This shit crazy. Let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Let's get 700 likes, man. We've been stuck at 600. We just getting started on a 2-hour note. Let's get to this next quote. Let's get to the audio because this lady in this content right here, she slowed down the emergency call, and you can clearly hear, like I tell everybody, he's saying somebody get the F up. Let's go. I've been to it. I ain't got to go to somebody else goddamn audio to hear what I'm hearing already. Nah, Smoke, they edited it. How the hell the person you got it from, who the hell you think they got it from? TMZ. TMZ wanted to edit that F part, get up. They could have edited that. We would have never heard that part in the back. TMZ dropped that shit for a reason for all the content creators and all of us to make sure we hear them people in the back saying somebody get the F up. That's why TMZ dropped that shit. These people crazy, man. They talk about they going to other people's content. You hearing the same shit. You just getting an extending a virgin. That's all.
911 call again. On the 111 mark, you can hear in the background someone saying, no, wake up, Wyatt, check his chest. So I ran this through my editing program. And listen, I am not a pro at audio by all means, but I did try to enhance the background so we can hear more of what was said. I'm going to feature just the parts where you can hear people talking in the background. I want to be very clear. This is my interpretation of the enhanced audio in the background. It is not a confirmed transcript, so please take this with a grain of salt.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Hello? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't
All
have
right.
the tag on
Unless you
here.
have a membership number. How many adults, sir? That was the question.
Where is this?
All right. How many people, sir?
Like 7.
All right. Thank you. Does everyone have life jackets on or available to them?
Yes, we have life jackets available.
Did you notice that he said 7 people were on the boat and then they counted and it was just 6? Now, another thing I noticed in the full audio, when the dispatcher called the captain of the Coast Guard, the captain said, I just talked to his grandpa and he said he doesn't need a tow.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And
Is it
he
Jerry?
said that yeah, Jerry, yeah. He said,
Okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now.
Because something going on the boat. You see the extended phone call that everybody's saying on the audio, the only thing that's very important that his grandfather called him and cancel that tow trip. Why would you want to cancel the tow trip? Because they panic on the boat. Something strange is going on. Now, we get the picture from Ben Crump. We're going to get to all this. I just started. We're going to go back to the TMZ review. I'm not going to somebody else's content because it's the same shit. You can clearly hear it. I can break it down for y'all, and y'all can clearly hear the F-bomb. I mean, the F get up and all this. You can hear somebody say no, or Nolan, or yo, get the F up. We played this shit then in 5 hours yesterday. But the thing that caught me is his grandfather canceling that, because remember in the beginning of the call, they asked him who the owner is. The owner is the grandpa. So the grandpa called him back and said, yo, now cancel that right away. I'm thinking that they might have contacted grandpa and told him, yo, grandpa, cancel that because there's something more to this. I don't know what they said, whatever. But like I told y'all, 3 college kids can't cover up all this by themselves. Hello. They need help. Whoever was on that boat, they can't cover all this by themselves. There would have been a sloppy job if it was some type of cover up going on with this or some type of crime going on. They needed help. That's what makes me think that if it didn't happen on purpose, whatever happened to Nolan happened accidentally. They probably been playing around, choked him by mistake. I don't know. I'm just assuming. For y'all to keep the whole neck structure, that shit is weird to me. They called to have help. That's why they canceled that. Call grandpa. Grandpa gonna call him and cancel that. He's the owner of the boat. Anything they find on that boat, grandpa taking all this shit. You think grandpa ain't gonna take up for his grandson? Shout out to T Barton, man. Burton for the $20 super chat. Shout out to T for the $20 super chat. Appreciate that, chat. First time in the chat. I love your show, Smoke. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, chat. For real, man. I really do. Shout out for that 2-0, man. Shout out to that deuce in that super chat, man. Appreciate that. Let's continue, though. Grandpa, what you doing over here? You canceling boat trips, towing? Yeah, that's your boat. What you doing? What your grandson called you and told you? Yo, grandpa, we got a little big mistake over here. We don't need him to come over here. What's going on there, grandpa? It's a lot of shit going on in this case, bro. I think something happened accidentally, or I think it's strange, bro. Let's continue, though.
Now, Harry.
On Horn Island.
They counted and it was just 6. Now, another thing I noticed in the full audio, when the dispatcher called the captain of the Coast Guard, the captain said, I just talked to his grandpa and he said he doesn't need a tow.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat. And he said that Jerry, yeah. He said,
okay.
I just hung up with him. He said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic.
My question is, why is the grandfather saying, no, they're fine. They don't need a tow? And it gets even more confusing because on the Officer Tatum show, Warren was one of the kids on the boat. He was saying that the last time he saw Nolan was 3 o'clock. But then he talks about how when they were leaving at 4:30 and the boat was having issues, they said, Nolan, get the F on here. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay back. So he would have saw him at 4:30 instead.
And I've been saying this shit, yo. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to TikTok, the own detective, man. I love her work. She got good ass work. But I've been saying that, and how nobody's not catching these effing lies. Like, how the hell you seen him at 3 o'clock? Yeah, I seen his hand around on Katie over there. And the last time I seen Nolan, I said, yo, boy, you're crazy. Oh, you call him a boy too, huh? Listen, I'm a little animated. You know how I be sometimes with it. I may call him a boy too, but he said, "Boy, you're crazy." Then we get a second interview I just showed y'all from Shepard, whatever the hell his first name is. I know his last name is Shepard, whatever, allegedly. He said last time he seen Nolan, he said he had a little slick words towards Nolan about the girl he was with. But the last time you seen him was 3 o'clock. Cover up, man, allegedly.
Instead of 3 o'clock. So he would have saw him at 4:30. When they were leaving at 4:30 and the boat was having issues, they said, Nolan, get the F on here. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay back. So he would have saw him at 4:30 instead of 3 o'clock, right?
The last time I saw Nolan was 3 o'clock. And Nolan was cradling a girl in his arms, Katie. But when we were leaving, Nolan was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled for Nolan, get on the boat. We're leaving. The boat's having issues.
So how the hell you saw the last time you seen him was at 3 o'clock when y'all was about to leave at 4:30? The boat got issues. That's why I said, you telling me Nolan participate to help you with your boat? Nolan, according to his character, he's a very gentle man, very talk proper. He's a very helpful man. He's got a smile. He glows the room. All that. We heard everything about Nolan. His personality, his good side. We don't know about he's a little girl chaser. We don't know. I think he like to bag the females, and I think y'all be jealous over that. But how the hell you seen him at 3 o'clock? Like the female said, but y'all left at 4:30. And then your boy Wyatt got a whole attitude, dropping F-bombs, talking about get on the boat. Let's continue. That should be having me confused. Wyatt ain't like him. Yo, these kids they're not even kids, yo. They young adults, bro.
And get on the boat. We're leaving. The boat time I saw Nolan.
Issues. He was saying that the last time he saw Nolan was 3 o'clock. But then he talks about how when they were leaving at 4:30 and the boat was having issues, they said, Nolan, get the F on here. And he's like, no, I'm going to stay back. So he would have saw him at 4:30 instead of 3 o'clock, right?
The last time I saw Nolan was 3 o'clock. And Nolan was cradling a girl in his arms, Katie. But when we were leaving, Nolan was sitting by the boat with that Katie girl, and my buddy yelled for Nolan, get on the boat. We're leaving. The boat's having issues. And no, he didn't say that, but he was panicking. Nolan, get the F on the boat. Get on the boat. And Nolan said, no, I'm staying out here. I'm going to ride in with somebody else. And it's not uncommon to hear, but it's not like my buddy asked him one time. My buddy asked Nolan multiple times to get on the boat. Nolan, get on the boat. Get on the boat. We're leaving. If you're coming, you got to come now. And Nolan made a decision to stay out on the island.
So what is it? Is the last time you saw him at 3 o'clock with the girl or 4:30 when you guys left Nolan and he supposedly said, I'm good, I'm staying here? What is it? This case is literally hurting my brain because nothing makes sense. Okay, so
Come up to me and say, hey. Girl come up to me and say, hey, your brother just got in a fight.
It sounds just like my other friend that got into an altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, as he was in the altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it.
Someone was getting pulled away. I don't know who it was. I pulled my brother off the beach. And I was just like, listen, get in the water, hang out with us, calm down. I mean, he was calm, but I didn't want anything else to happen, And so once I got back over the boat, I got on the Triton, and the Triton had probably about 6 inches of water up to the transom. And I was freaked out.
An altercation had happened between one of my other friends. I don't want to say his name, but he had got an altercation. So I went and checked on him for about 20 to 15 minutes. I came back.
This is Javon. Javon talking about the kid that just did the interview that I showed y'all with Tatum, the black kid, the black and white kid, the little shepherd kid, whatever. This is the situation they talking about. That's why the reason why I'm bringing this up also, because a lot of physical altercations was going on. You had Warren over there with his little brother putting somebody in the arm bar, got him on the ground like, hey, dude, I got you. You telling me the kid that he put in the arm bar didn't want no get back? I can't see that. All y'all little dudes over there drinking. That kid that your little brother put on arm bar, he wanted some type of get back. Then you got a whole nother case on what Shepard, the kid that we showed y'all earlier, the black on Nolan, other friend allegedly, whatever, that said, yeah, last time I seen Nolan, you know, I had a little slick words about the girl he was with. He had a whole altercation with some white guys. He left the island. So now that tells us we got one black dude left on the island after all these physical altercations. Hello. You don't think they wanted to get back on Nolan probably? Y'all done left Nolan for dead out there. If that's the case. You got all these fist fights going on, arguments, physical, face-to-face, all types of shit. Racist slurs probably going on. I guarantee you there was some racist shit going back and forth between the individuals that was arguing. I guarantee you. And you telling me after all that, all y'all left and y'all just left Nolan on there on the island? All them people's on 100 right now. They see one black kid or like 2 or 3, oh, we're going to get him. I'm just assuming. Because this shit doesn't make no goddamn sense. There's 3 fights on the island. Exactly. Shout out to Deem's son. Shout out to Gelato, man, for that $5. Bro, what time they called a dispatcher? They called a dispatcher about, I think like, oh, we could get to that. I'm about to get to that right quick, matter of fact. I got a whole nother video. They got the timeline on that. They called a dispatcher about, I think, what time, gang? Like 4:45? Between 5 o'clock, 4:45 between 5 o'clock. That's when they called a dispatcher. We broke that shit down in mad videos ago. But let's continue with this shit. This shit crazy with me, man.
Nolan, I went and altercation house.
Water up to the transom, and I was
4
freaked
o'clock,
out.
altercation house like had happened between one of my other friends. I don't want to say his name, but he had got an altercation. So I went and checked on him for about 20 minutes, 20 to 15 minutes. I came back. Nolan's boat and the people that he was with were gone. But the thing about the 2 boats that I said, there were 2 boats tied up. So therefore, I didn't know which boat Nolan exactly was on.
Bart pulls us out. You know, we left at 4:30, but we really weren't pulled out away from everybody. We were probably about a quarter mile out, and we had the towing strap pulled from, you know, Bart's port side cleat or starboard side cleat, and he was on our starboard side bow. And so it was rubbing on his power pole. So Bart turned around, pulled up next to our boat, and we were just trying to get it situated. So that's when Wyatt called Cito, and Wyatt was like, you know, calls him.
Our bilge pumps.
So assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming? How far is the water coming up? Water coming up, sir. Water coming up. All right, of course. How far is the water coming up? Water coming up, sir. Water coming up. Of course. How far is the water coming up? Can you give me a description? Water coming up, sir. Water coming up. Water coming up. How far? All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? How far is the water coming up, sir? All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Water coming up, sir.
And for the people who say, no smoke, we got the full the full video over there. TMZ edited. How the hell they edited when I just paused it mad times? You could clearly hear somebody say, get the F up. For y'all bozos that was in the chat earlier talking about, nah, TMZ edited, you got the wrong one. No, y'all just want me to go play somebody else's content. Tell them to go play my content. Let's start there. Let's get to that part. Because TMZ, if they really wanted to edit something, they could have edited that part. You could clearly hear somebody say, no, get the F up. Something, get the F up. You could clearly hear that. Clearly, let's go back once again.
Sir. All right, of course. How far is the water coming? How far is the water coming up? How far is the water coming up? Water coming up, sir. Water coming up, sir. Sir.
Please come. We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up? All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles.
What'd
Hello?
you say? Hey.
Is the
What'd
Hello?
you say? Hey.
Is the
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir?
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkinson. I think it's Jerry Atkinson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed. I don't have.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed. I don't have the tag. I don't have the. I don't have. I don't have the tag on
Unless you have a membership number or anything, it's okay. Then what's the over to the captain? Over to the captain. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we. What?
Do you need the United States Coast?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
Somebody was calling Wyatt on Wyatt also on that moment. It's a lot of commotion going on that boat, man. That's why I said I don't need to go to another audio. Not for nothing. I could just clearly hear with a lot of commotion going on. There's not a panic of a boat sinking. It's a panic of something going on the boat. You could clearly see that shit, bro. This is the picture they gave us yesterday from Ben Crump. You could clearly see there's a leg hanging. You could clearly see that somebody on the phone at the edge of the boat, and you could clearly see somebody's driving the boat with these 3 people. Now, this is the picture they gave us yesterday. They ain't give us no new pictures. This new picture, let me know in the chat. There's clearly a leg hanging, gang. I try to clear that picture out, but it's impossible. It's impossible. Something happened on that boat, bro. So this the picture that when I say clear it, this what I got. Remember when I did the clear the picture on gang yesterday? This the image that they gave me. This the AI image gave me yesterday, if y'all don't know what I did yesterday. I just get mad because they give us these blurry ass pictures. I get upset about that shit.
Guard.
No, we do not.
Guard.
No. What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
North. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm available.
North 3 degrees by 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees.
All right. I keep seeing people telling me to go to Chronicle Speaks, whatever. Chronicle Speaks, I guess. That's her name, whatever, I guess. I don't know who this person is. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel. People telling me they'll go check her audio. They say audio proves that he returned to the boat. That's what y'all want me to review? Well, let me go to her channel. Shout out to her, though. Because she got a big platform. Is this lady do she got the full video? We about to play it right now. Copyright fair use disclaimer is definitely in effect. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel. I'm about to check this shit out. Because I keep seeing everybody telling me to go to her channel. They're like, yo, Smoke, go to her channel. I'm thinking y'all talk about other people and shit. So I had to go look her up. All right, let me check baby girl shit out right quick. Let's get to it. I can't play other one. Damn.
Pizza assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village phone stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey,
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkinson. I think it's Jerry Atkinson. Try that.
All right.
She don't got really nothing to show. Look. It's just showing subtitles.
Reach me at
All right, and is everybody on board and guess how otherwise?
Yeah.
All right, do you need the United States Coast Guard? What? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right, do you have your current GPS coordinates? If not, I can send you a text message.
Hey, Nolan. All right, you ready?
Yes, I'm available.
Yours?
I can't even turn this shit to the side. She got this shit on some bullshit.
All right, 4672. All right, you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Well, it seems as though we may finally be getting answers about what happened to Nolan Xavier Wells. The phone call to Cito was released yesterday, and although the caller appeared panicked and focused on keeping the boat from sinking, there seems to be much more happening in the background. If you listen closely, you can seemingly hear passengers calling Nolan's name, even though the public has been told that Nolan never made it back onto the boat. You can also hear what sounds like someone asking whether he is dead, and another person telling Wyatt to check his chest. There is so much happening in this call, and what we appear to hear does not match the account Warren gave during his interview. This audio may also help answer several major questions. Why did the group suddenly say they no longer needed assistance? Why did we see them leave the boat launch near Eli Jackson's home but never saw them return? And why was there a quick detour involving the allegedly sinking boat after they docked, taking it from Jackson's house to Fort Bayou? Investigators, either critical details are being overlooked or the public has not been given the complete story. The audio is already authenticated, and if the background statements that I've interpreted are correct, then we are demanding immediate investigation, clear answers, and several arrests. Let's go.
Man, listen, bro. We all know they got something to do with it. I ain't gonna be holding some shit, looking at the subtitles, slowing it down. Listen, man, I ain't doing all that. I just played the other clip with the TikTok detective. and she got the same goddamn shit. She put it in subtitles, she slowed that shit down. The last video I just played. I ain't holding that shit that long, man. Shout out to her, though, man. Love you, baby girl over there. Keep doing your thing. Chronicle Speaks. Chronicle Speaks. I'm trying to catch up to you. Shit, you surpassed me, so. He said, dude, play it. What you want me to play? Subtitles? What you want me to play? What y'all want me to play? It's just showing subtitles of the audio. That's it. We already know they was in a boat, and then we can clearly hear somebody saying, get the F up. She said, look at the screen. There's only subtitles. Let me go back, see what y'all talk about, man. Y'all think let me see what's going on here.
One breathing on the boat. Is there anybody on the boat? What do you remember?
I'm gonna play it for y'all. Y'all want me to play it? I'm gonna play it for y'all. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks once again, man. I already know what I'm saying, but if y'all want to see it, I'll show y'all. Because I know what y'all talking about. I see it right here.
Details are being overlooked or the public has not been given the complete story. The audio is already authenticated, and if the background statements that I've interpreted are correct, then we are demanding immediate investigation, clear answers, and several arrests. Let's go.
I can hear that. That's just say no Nolan.
Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at West Pt.4 and our village phone stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up,
He
sir?
said, wake the F up. Nolan faded.
Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello? Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up.
All right, we got enough of that, man.
That to contain a Garmin GPS.
She basically played the same thing I've been telling. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. I know people, when you lie, they're like, yo, I'm going to play this content over there, this, that. Like, listen, man. All right, we already know they effed up. We clearly hear the effed up, get the F up, we all that. We can clearly hear that. That's no secret. But the clue thing is what I'm trying to explain to people. Who covered this whole shit up? Because I don't see no college kids covering this shit up. So now we gotta look at the parents. Now you gotta understand what's going on the island. What happened on the island? Who Nolan got in the fight with? Did he get in the fight with Wyatt? Did he get in the fight with somebody else? We got 3 different fights, altercations on the island before they left. They said they left at 4:30. How 3 fights kick off and y'all left and y'all leave Nolan out there? Doesn't make no sense. Nolan either got choked out by the boat, they put him on the boat, brought him back. I don't know what the hell happened, but I can tell you one thing. There's no way in the world that your body going to get washed up for a day and a half and come back. So the only thing I could think of, he got in a physical altercation at that moment. Something happened. They choked him out. And that's the part we got to figure out. All this little audio, edit, subtitle shit, I already know what the hell is going on. We just got to figure out who the hell Nolan got in an argument with. Who he got a physical argument with. Who the hell put hands on him? What happened? Did he take a bad one? He overdosed? Nah. Why the hell y'all keeping his neck structure? Come on, man. Grandpa helped him. Facts. Grandpa helped him. Grandpa's allegedly. Let me say alleged, because that's his boat. Grandpa, what the hell's going on here? Seriously. Can't make this shit up now. You really can't.
Emergency call of Nolan's friends calling to have their boat towed has been released. And you can hear in the background, they're saying, "Wake up, Nolan, is he dead?" It's fascinating. It is interesting. And I think it's starting to ramp up this investigation, what really might have happened. So listen to this audio and then leave a comment. Tell me what you think about what is developing.
Detail assistance.
Here, clearly hear somebody say, "Oh my God," and you hear somebody say Nolan.
Vicky speaking.
Hello. You can hear somebody say Nolan in the background.
Detail assistance. Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir?
They tell me, "Yo, there's more to it." This is the beginning of the video. I told y'all I had that. Y'all just don't know how to sit back and goddamn relax. That's the goddamn problem. The video that TMZ dropped, didn't drop the beginning. The beginning of the video I just heard, y'all heard somebody in the back saying Nolan. Oh my God. That's the beginning of the audio. I was getting to that, but people in the comment, "Oh my God, yo, you ain't got the full extended." Like, stay patient. I mean, like, I'm relaxing. I ain't got nothing to do with what I got to go. What I got to do. I was getting to this video. I had it in the cut already. Shout out to the homie over there with the content. Because when I went back and played that shit, I said you could clearly hear Nolan's name. I already know what the hell I was hearing. I've been had that shit, bro. Let's go back. You could clearly hear somebody saying Nolan, oh my God. And then you hear the TMZ video, the one they dropped.
Detail assistance. Vicky. Detail assistance. Detail assistance. Detail. Detail.
It sounded like Nolan don't die. Y'all heard that, right? Before the dispatcher jumped in. In the beginning, before we got the editor of the TMZ, you could clearly hear say Nolan. Then you hear a girl say, "Oh my God." And then before the dispatcher got on, you could clearly hear said Nolan don't die, allegedly. Everything I say is alleged. Somebody said, "Who keep deleting the chat comments?" That's my mods. They don't find something disrespectful. They on their neck. But mods, man, y'all got everybody jumping down, huh? This is nasty work, man. We've been here about 2 hours, 40 minutes. We've been here long enough. Yeah, you hear Nolan don't die. Oh my God, operator was quick. Pause. That's out the Cool Runnings. I already had that shit. It's just people over here rushing me early, but you know how this live shit be.
Tito assistance. Tito. 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 Tito assistance. Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and
Assistance. Vicky. Tito assistance. Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? How far is the water coming up, sir?
This shit crazy, man. Rest in peace to that young band, but we all know. Shout out to Yolanda Walker, man. Pardon me, man. I didn't even see that I didn't even see that cash out. Shout out to Yolanda Walker for that CA cash. You know what I mean? For that $8. Appreciate that, love. Yeah, man. This shit crazy. I already had that audio. Shout out to Chronicle on Speaks. You know what I mean? Shout out to her. But when I had this one, you could clearly hear Nolan, don't dot, allegedly. Oh my God. You hear Nolan in the background. You hear everything, man. He's saying shut the F up, people talking in the background. Mississippi autopsy took Nolan apple from his store. Yeah, they got his apple, they got his lungs, they got all that, man. Something happened, bro. When I hear that audio, that's why I was thinking, did Nolan take a bad one? I mean, to give him a bad pill, but I don't know, man. That shit is hard. He definitely died on a boat, allegedly, but that's why they went back and forth and dumped him. Shout out to Affordable. Yeah, shout out. Shout out to Affordable Rentals. I wonder what Tatum has to say about this audio. That's a fact. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. They had a funeral. Affordable Rental. You heard teenager girls on the boat. They were saying there was only one female on the boat. One was hit in the back of the head. This shit crazy. It's sad, man. It's sad because when you break that audio down, you can clearly hear what's going on, bro. Respectfully. You can hear what's going on respectfully. Yeah, I had a lot of distraction on the chat today, bots. It won't happen again though. I was on a nut. I hope they pray for the audio hit by Ben Crump. Yeah, but when you got a bozo doing an interview, like Warren talking about, yeah, last time we seen him at 3 p.m. And then you hear all this audio shit, and then all these content creators like us is breaking this shit down, breaking it down. You hear the audio, you hear the Nolan in the background, you hear the oh my God in the background, you hear all that shit. Something strange is going on. That's why I get mad at the DA. Oh my God, trust the progress. If we're gonna get everything settled. No, y'all not. How the hell can we all hear this shit, but y'all can't hear this shit? It doesn't make no sense. That's why I said the FBI got to jump. Man, the feds got to jump in this case ASAP. He said, I think they cracked Nolan phones. That definitely they did. The Katie girl was told not to talk anymore. Yeah, that's why we don't hear from Katie no more. Katie done went back clubbing. She got to go back to school next month. She ain't got time for this shit. They supposed to be cooked. The FBI is corrupt. He said, I don't trust them on the Trump. Yeah, but man, listen, let me tell you something. The FBI gonna have to handle this case, because not for nothing, it ain't looking too good, man. It's looking good with the audio. What's up, E? He said, if that audio is true, what y'all think it is, the feds need to get involved. That's what I'm saying, E, man. Like, god damn. How the hell we hear this shit? We could break it down. We could hear the goddamn F get up, Nolan get up. Oh my God. And you telling me they don't want to get involved in this? That shit is crazy. But I can tell you one thing. That's what you call connections. But we'll see what the Alphabet Boys do. We'll see what the, you know what I mean? We'll see what the FBI do. Was Katie on the boat as well? I don't know, Von. That shit crazy. I really don't know. We never got a word from Katie. I bet Warren hates. He did that interview with a raccoon. There you go. Yo, shout out to Lawrence. Shout out to Lawrence, man. He said the feds, he said it happened to a federal property. The feds and beyond involve her. He said we'll know. We'll be cooked. That's a fact, allegedly. Oh damn, bro, you can't use mirror mode on the show video. Nah, I can use that shit. I just ain't want to use that shit at the moment. I've been on this mother effing for 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I put 5 hours later, earlier, yesterday. You think I want to go do all this, show mirror mode and all? Nah, I ain't got time for that. That's why we got other devices. I got this, I got a whole iPad right here. I got mad devices behind me. Shit, if I don't want to go to the, I mean, Sherry, I'll just go to my phone and go just like this. Huh? Look, gang. Show that shit right on my phone, iPad. He said, I wonder where the pictures came from. Someone be talking. Someone might be talking. Nah, that's what I'm saying too. Eternal Fairs. Shit, Eternal Fairs and to take their ass down there ASAP. He said, we appreciate you, love. Appreciate that too. Victorious. Shout out to Victorious. Said it's sad you have to go and watch it and can't see how they really felt about him. That's a fact. Everybody please Jeep. Their kids for real. Officer Tatum, Stephen A. show talking about he went on the island and got proof. Man, Tatum ain't going to the island and get no proof, not for nothing. Tatum doing this content, know what I mean? I just appreciate he even got an interview with these kids, to be honest. He said they're going down. Is that kid white or black? He mixed. He must be talking about the Shepherd kid, whatever. Yeah, he mixed. Katie was the one who said they had a fight at the pool. Warren and Wyatt was fight. That's what I believe. I believe Wyatt had a fight with somebody, bro. I really believe that shit. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I really believe that the kid Wyatt allegedly had a fight with somebody. Cause the way that Warren come off on Wyatt, the way he talk about him like he a hothead. You get what I'm saying? Like he got a temper. Said they be in jail soon. Don't worry. Shout out to Liddy, man. Salute, Liddy. You probably getting the bag too. Oh, all I'm getting the bag. You know that shit. That's a fact. Great job. Appreciate that. You was getting funnier though. Nah, facts. I was, but you know, shit, I'm kind of tired, man. You know, maybe shit. I be on these lives every day. The moms will tell you, I be on these lives morning time, afternoon. We popping up anytime. After a while, that shit take a tone on you, man. Plus, you know, I got an outside world too. You did. But then when I see the chat, they be busting me down. Oh yeah, you gotta go see the edit, this, that, and that. Listen, man, what edit? I just broke it down. We just you ain't give me no time to get to the goddamn video. Like we don't win a whole. We gonna win on somebody's whole platform. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks, and I'm just looking at subtitles. I'm like, bro, I already know this shit. But shout out to her though, man. Appreciate the love, girl, over there. Justice for Nolan. They be bugged out in the chat. Sometimes they throw your ass off. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Bro, thanks for the content every day. You already know. You know I'm coming with this shit every day. Hip hop too. We ain't done with hip hop now, man. Yeah, you know I be on my hip hop shit, so you already know. But we definitely doing cases like this all the time. We bringing everything to the light. He said Trace a hothead too. I could see Trace a hothead. What's his name? Is Traston? Traston? Crazy ass name, man. Little Trace. Little Trey, man. That's what we gonna call his ass. Yeah, I can see little Trey a hothead. Got a white little girlfriend. He have white and black. Sometimes you gotta prove his white side. Sometimes you gotta prove his black side. That shit could confuse the shit out you after a while, to be honest. Why kept telling Nolan, get on a boat. Exactly. That's why I don't understand. How the hell you seen this kid at 3 o'clock? But you tell him to get a boat on 4:30. So that's the last time you seen him was at 4:30. Then the stories don't add up, man. He said because Nolan don't care about what people thought about him and his Katie. I'm sure this. You know what's just throwing me off about that Katie shit game? Because we hear Warren say, yeah, last time I seen Nolan, he had his hands around Katie, and I looked at him and said, boy, you're crazy. And he walked off. So then we hear this kid, Lil Trey, we're going to call him Lil Trey. He said, yeah, last time I seen Nolan before I left, I had a little slick words about the girl he was with. The girl he was with, that's all over this narrative, who it is, Nady, on Katie. But what's the slick words that you had towards Nolan about Katie? That's what I'm curious about. He ain't finished that shit off. I want to know the slick word he had for Nolan about Katie, to be honest. He said CNN and play this breakdown. Audio too. Yeah, they ain't gonna break that audio, man. I just broke that audio down like everybody else. Like everybody else did. And y'all clearly heard that shit, bro. There's something strange going on here, man. That's why I keep telling people. There's something strange going on. Nolan mom gave Nolan the last name well so he could carry his family legacy. This work is doing exactly that. Shout out to you, girl. Nolan was definitely on that boat, Ramon, for real. Nolan was on that boat. Because when you pull this goddamn picture up and you see that leg hanging out and all that shit, Nolan was on that boat, bro. I don't know what the hell I did with that other goddamn picture. Hold on. Let me see if I get a closer picture of this shit. Nolan was definitely on that boat. I could agree on that. He was definitely on that boat. Shout out to Subjective LLC over there. Subjective Style LLC. Gave me the $10 super chat. Appreciate that over there, man. Salute over there. Salute. Shout out to Subjectives LLC. Everybody with them LLCs, huh? What you do over there with that LLC, man? What kind of business you going on over there, man? What you paying? What you going on over there? Well, really interesting how some people know we will not see Nolan get real justice G's. Who y'all work for? That's a fact. Shout out to Giovanni. Shout out to Shemaine. I ain't gonna pronounce their own last name because I don't like saying last name. So shout out to Shemaine, man, for that $10 cash app. Shout out to Shemaine for that $10 cash app. Appreciate that. Nasty work out here, boss. What a god it is. They making a whole goddamn excuse about this shit. That shit don't make no sense. This the original picture? Think it is. Nah, that ain't it. Let me get that shit out of there. Why the hell this picture keep popping up on my goddamn shit, man? Now, this is the picture they gave us, bro. I don't see nobody more. I don't see nobody in the platforms edit this shit, try to make it clear. I try to, bro, but I don't know, man. Only thing I can see is a leg hanging out. I see a girl right there. That's a blonde girl right there by the leg. You see a guy over here in the back with a black hat. You see, I don't know if that's the male or the female next to the dude with the black hat. You see somebody driving the boat. You see somebody behind the female. And then on the edge over here, you see somebody with a white hat, and you can clearly see he got a phone on him. I don't know, man. That picture, I can't. The only thing that get me mad, man, why they give it these blurry ass pictures, yo? That's the only shit that get me mad, bro. That boy that said he said what? He said the boy that said give me my phone line. The person yelling, give me my phone is Nolan. Those boys erased the data that Nolan had them boys. Nolan had stuff on them. Boys is why they took Nolan's phone. Shout out to Renee. Interesting. She said Nolan had something on them boys, huh? Why he fought Nolan. I'm wondering who took the picture. That's what I'm saying, right? E, why the hell all these pictures be all blurry as hell and shit? We don't even get a 1080 picture. We get a blurry ass picture. We see a leg hanging, but come on, bro. Can we get a better picture? That should be bugged out to me, man. He said Skull has it. There we go, man. Yo, man, he got his own goddamn. All right, here we go. Let me just ban you. Because y'all don't show me no love on them niggas' platforms. So, and shout out to the homie over there in Dallas. Because I ain't got nothing against them niggas. They don't show me love, though. Shit. I don't see nobody over there like, yo, shout out to Smoke Nose for breaking this down. Because when I go to a lot of other niggas' content, I be writing y'all videos, listening to y'all niggas. And all y'all content creators sometimes, y'all be getting a lot of ideas coming from me, respectfully. And I'm saying this shit respectfully. Even when my count was low, my subscribers was low. Y'all get a lot of ideas from upcoming platforms. And I used to just watch these niggas like, damn, you never said that shit before. I wonder who you got that from, huh? You watching me too, huh? Telling you, man, it's all competition on this shit. But I wish we all sometime they give people credit. But I can understand what it is. Shout out to the homie for the $10 super chat, man. He said this proves that we thought all along it's a cover up. Time to send them warrants out respectfully. That's a fact, man. Shout out to the woo. I mean, we're gonna say the woo, nigga. Shout out to the woo, nigga, the wooviest. Yeah, shout out to the wooviest, man. Shout out to you, homie. I appreciate the love, though. Shout out to you. They definitely gotta send them warrants out. And the reason why they gotta send them goddamn warrants out, because how the hell you ain't gonna check their phones? That don't make no sense. They had that boy phone for a long time. What you think? They ain't gonna tamper that phone if something did happen? Come on, man. That's how you know everybody's involved in this shit. Smoke has that fire on the show. Nah, I just get mad sometimes because other platforms don't give you that credit. Know what I mean? But shit, I don't need that credit though. It is what it is. He said all the videos didn't prove anything. 7 people are suspects. That's a fact. Shout out to Angela, man. Grandpa took over No. Grandpa took over No was already gone. Remember, he said everyone had to move to the front of the boat because of the water. You think Tatum followers and commenters are bots? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I know mine's on it. Why kill Nolan? Our heart Katie is pregnant. Whole baby is Nolan. That'd be crazy right there, Sharon. Shout out to Sharon, man. That'd be crazy. Yo. But you know what's crazy? I'm trying to figure out why Warren told me was crazy. Like, why would you tell your boy that your boy, like, remember I broke this shit down yesterday. The only way you're gonna tell somebody like, yo, boy, you crazy, because you know about their family, you know about their ex-boyfriend, or you know about her recent boyfriend that go off and on, or something, what I mean, somebody crazy in her goddamn family or involved in her life for Warren to say, boy, you're crazy. And then the other dude said, yeah, I had a little couple slick words towards Nolan, towards that girl. It's something strange about that shit, bro. There's something strange about that. If y'all didn't do nothing, did them other guys that y'all said, yo, boy, you crazy for dealing with her because she got a crazy ex-boyfriend, did her ex-boyfriend actually put hands on Nolan? Hello. Because he had his hands all on Katie and all that, and y'all left him behind, and her ex-boyfriend was actually in the spot on the island, or maybe her cousin. Man, I could keep on going, bro. This shit is bugged out. He said why I was jealous of Nolan. He says Trey said he seen him at 4:31 trying to distance himself. Said 3 p.m. Javon said after the fight. He said after the fight with Trey at 4:30, both boats left. Just from their 3 stories, you could tell who lying. So you think Javon lying too, Domo? He said why I was jealous of Nolan. Warren said his interview. Never went to Nolan house as a friend. Yeah, we said that. We said that, Sharon. We said that in a couple lives ago. That's kind of strange how you friends with nobody, but you never went to his house. You never chilled, never played no video games. You never went to Nolan house, period. That's kind of strange to me, too. I believe the boat was a manufacturing story. I'm sure the fight on the boat caused a lot more water to come in. They panicked from the thought of possibly sinking. Shout out to Connie. The fact that they still looking like they are hiding something. That's what I'm saying, Catherine. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they still hiding something. Like, that shit crazy, bro. He said. Nigga, what the black girls and Latinas on the island? There's a whole bunch of bunny shaking going on out there. Hey, hey, there's a whole bunch of, what the black girls and Latinas. There's a whole bunch of bunny shaking out there. Nothing wrong with it. Listen, nothing wrong with it, but shout out to my homie, man, that said that, yo, for real. You ain't lying, champ. Nah, for real, them Latinas at them, nah, man, them black girls at, man. There's a bunny island on that motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Everybody, everybody chilling. Shout out to Terrell, man, for that $25 cash app, man. Shout out to the homie Terrell for that $25 cash app. Salute, champ, man. I appreciate that for real, champ. It was Bunny Island out that motherfucker. Shout out to Terrell once again, man. I appreciate that 2-5, man. For real. I really appreciate that. Yo, I'm telling you, yo, that was a good comment though, for real, right? Because I want to know. They keep saying there was black boys and all this. Where the black girls and the Latinas at? Any other color? I mean, it was Bunny Island out there, mother. That's why I know that was like with Nolan Land. Rest in peace, Nolan. I already know what type of time my young nephew was on, man. I already know what time my little nephew was on, man. That nigga he seen Bunny Land. Nolan was like, oh, hold up. I was here last year, nigga. I'm gonna make sure I get something this year. Rest in peace, Nolan. That shit was Bunny Land out there, boy. I'm trying to tell you, man. Niggas was trying to chase that poom poom out there. That shit crazy. Oh man, y'all bugged out for real. He said 80% for real. He said I believe Javon lied to a certain extent because Trey did not say it was Javon that claimed that condom down. Shout out to Queen Loyalty. She said, I believe Javon lied to a certain extent because Trey did not say it was Javon that calmed him down. I find that kind of strange too at that moment. Yeah, Bunny Lamb, Malik. You already know the shit, nigga. You know the shit. Yo, nigga, all my homies know this shit respectfully, nah, man. I ain't saying you on that time if you got a wife, nah, man, you got a girl, but you know the shit, man. All the homies know the shit, nigga. Bunny Land, you look, you be like, God damn, hold up. It's too bright up in this bowl. That's Bunny Land up in this bowl. Got a little bit of dark up here, man. It's too bright up here, man. Buddy Land, nigga. Try to tell you. Shout out to Malik, though, man. Word. Try to tell you that pool show 99% of white. Oh, we got that pool. We got that pool image. You know, ain't nothing changed over here. You got a grown-ass man in the middle chilling. Oh, hold on, I think we got 2 parts of this shit. Let me see if this is another part of this pool image. See, this is a terrible image, but we got another one. We got the original one. This is that second one they released. But I'm going to show you something about that second one that's going to... See, man, shout out to his real friends, man. Shout out to his real friends, man. You see Lil Javon sitting there, and a lot of people questioning Lil Javon, man. But I ain't, man. Look, Lil J, man. Man. I ain't gonna question him, man. I ain't gonna question Lil J, man. But shout out to his real friends, man. Shout out to every little homie that went to his funeral in this, and shout out to all y'all, man. And make sure y'all try to find out the truth, man. If y'all watching this, man, make sure y'all find the truth for y'all little homie Nolan, man. For real. Shout out to the little homies, man. For real, shout out to the little homies, man. Cause that shit don't make no sense, man. That man go out there with his other friends, don't make it back home, man. That shit don't make no sense to me, bro. Come on, man. I could clearly show y'all you got Mama Love right there. You got the same people laying down, man. Shit crazy, man. That shit sad, though. Shout out to Mama Love over there. He said, go watch that video. What video you talking about? Yeah, for real. She said, go whip Warren ass. Yeah, right. Shout out to the little homies, man. Shout out to the little gang, man. That's why Warren wasn't comfortable going over there like that. You know what I mean? Like, he got a whole different type of friends, man. This one of the image they said that Nolan was in, but I don't see Nolan in this picture. Y'all remember this picture that everybody was in the lake? They try to say one of these people here is Nolan, but I don't know which one is Nolan. But we could definitely confirm that Warren said Nolan was in this pool party, though. We could definitely confirm that. Remember when Warren said that's him holding Nolan, that's his hands over Nolan around the shoulders at the pool party? And they said the pool party was a week before July 4th? Footprints in the sand, Nolan Wells, it shows the fight at the night on the beach now. So now they get slammed on the nut. It's a video going around of some fight going on. It's another. You see, this is a pool party. I caught this image right here. If you look at the top, it says 7/5/2026, Sunday. This third shift. And if you look at this image, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because you see the dude with the white hat in the pool, right? See, I'm about to F y'all head up. Remember when Warren said that when they left the island, they took a nap, they went to their own, he went to his girlfriend house, whatever girl house, and they went in the pool, or it was like a big group of them at the pool. Well, this is the night. This is after July 4th. This is third shift. This is Sunday. This is third shift after 12 a.m. The reason why I'm showing you that, because allegedly this person with this white hat looked like this person on the boat right here. Hello. The image that we got right here, look at the white hat. A lot of people assuming that this person got a phone against his head. When you go back to the second image of this pool, now this pool, the one I showed y'all, not this one, Warren said this picture was taken a week before July 4th. But it was a second pool picture that came out, and if you look at the time lapse, it's right up top. You looking at right on the top, gang. 7/5/2026. Warren said in his interview that same night, he went to his boy's house, they took a nap, then they went to the girl's house who got the pool. Everybody was downstairs at the pool. Remember, he said it wasn't just him and his boys. It was a whole group of them. He went upstairs to talk to the father about some goddamn boats. That's a lie. When you look at this goddamn pool, who got the white hat on at the other picture? Who is this person with the white hat on? Look at the time. The time is up there. I'm not lying about this shit. This shit been swarming around the internet for about a week already. The same shorts, exactly, and the hat. So look at the person with the white hat and look at the image that they dropped yesterday on Ben Crump and on Instagram. Somebody got the white hat right here too. Hello. Oh, you thought we was done over here, right? Oh, y'all thought Smoke was done over here, right? People left. They're like, oh, no, he done. He playing the same thing. Nah, we got something new for y'all. We got something new for y'all. I put things together over here. It don't take a detective and scientist to realize shit like this. You clearly see it. This image somebody got a white hat. When you go back to the pool party, third shift. All my people know what third shift mean. Y'all know what third shift mean, right? After 12 a.m., they all in the party. Remember when Warren said they went to the girl house and they all party at the pool and they was going there to watch fireworks? Who got that white hat on? Stop playing with me. I'll be right back. Go take your ass to sleep, man. This dog be driving me crazy. This nut ass dog. Yeah, graveyard shift, third shift. Hold up. Anybody could read the time on this? Because I forgot. I ain't read these type of times in a long time. 22:47. What's the time on that? That's that military shit. Somebody could put the time on that. Look at the time up top. It says 7/5/2026, and it says 22:47. What's the time on that? We still got about 800 people in here. I know somebody know that goddamn time. 10:47. There you go. Somebody put 11:47. So that's after the fireworks. Yeah, that's a home. That's a home that's a home footage right there. But you can clearly see somebody got a white hat. And then when you go back to this picture that Ben Crump dropped yesterday, who got a white hat on at the edge of the boat? Hello. It don't even matter if it was 10:47, 11:47. That's after the fireworks. They all jumping in the pool after that. He got finished talking to the girl father talking about boats. Remember when he said, yeah, we went upstairs to talk about boats and all this. No, nigga, after that, you went down there to the pool. Whoever that is with that white hat on in the pool. They went home after this. But I don't even think they went home. I think they still here. I don't know if Mama Love friend, Javon mother, came to this house. Because this where they was at. This where they was hanging out at. This where they was watching the fireworks at. 10:47 p.m. That's right after the fireworks. Hello. People don't do fireworks all day. They do fireworks and they jump in the pool. That's a whole backyard. You probably got more people doing fireworks. You got to remember there was grown people there. This not the college kids' party. This is their parents' house. So obviously they got company too. You think it was just a whole bunch of college kids up in the building and no parents? No, there was parents with their friends too. Come on. What we talking about here? What we talking about here? Told y'all. Just give me some time. Sometimes, I'll be, I'm gonna get to it. It might take 3 hours, whatever, but what y'all got to do? We all chilling. The same person on this goddamn boat is the same person in this pool. Boat with the white hat on the edge of the boat. Whoever's on that phone, I don't know if that's Warren, whatever, but that person is obviously in the pool also because he the only one with the white hat that day. This is 4th of July. Allegedly, this 4th of July. You got a leg hanging out. This is the panic call. They leave. Now, I don't know how true the panic call, I don't know how true this whole image is with the leg hanging out, but I'm going by what Warren told us in an interview. Warren told us in the interview when they left the island, they went to their boy house. They took a nap. They woke up by 9-ish. They like the word, they love to use the word ish. Yeah, we woke up by 9-ish. We decided to go to some girl's house. Remember, he said to go to some girl's house. They went over there to go do the fireworks. Remember, he brought up fireworks at the girl house. The girl house got a pool. What we talking about? He said he went upstairs to go talk to the pops about boats, and everybody was downstairs at the pool. Didn't Warren say that? Hello, I'm not making this shit up. Then he came back downstairs. He said the first thing, he said later he came back down and joined his buddies downstairs and the rest of the other people. What you think? You think it's just him and Wyatt over there just chilling with 2 other girls? It's a whole group of them. And this the image that we got, and look at the time. Look at the time. Look at the time. You said you got there by 9-ish. The image is about 10:45, 11 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Come on, man. This a whole nother time. Warren said this picture that all of us are seeing, this is a week before July 4th. But you can clearly see that's the same pool like this one. Am I lying, gang? It's just this picture right here is more up close. This picture is far out. Hello, this is a camera. This is a house camera picture. That's the difference. They got the time they got the time and everything on that mother. See, somebody said he was in that pool. I don't know, bro. I wish I could clear this shit up. But hey, y'all gonna mess the whole picture up for a fact. I already know that. He said, doesn't that look like Nolan in the middle? That's what I was thinking too. But when you look at the time lapse, it's like, hello, was Nolan alive over here? Like, what's going on here? The same basketball goal. Somebody peeped it out too. Thank you, Ebony. Shout out to Ebony. The same shit. This picture tells a lot, bro. You can see the basketball right there. Ebony said it. Look at the net that's hanging right there on the basketball, y'all. Y'all see the basketball hanging on the pool with the net? Now, I'm going to go to this one. Damn, this one don't show. I got another image of it. Damn, I got to get another picture of it. God damn, this one don't show that basketball. But this picture got a basketball on court in the back also. There's more image of it. I should find another image of it. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Basketball go in the back. Yeah, that's why I said I ain't got to go look for other image. Everybody know about the other image. There's definitely a basketball in that original picture that I showed y'all. It's just this one, they blurred it out and they made it more clear for people. But it's definitely a basketball court right behind there. You can see the net. It's the same pool, bro. It's the same pool, hands down. It's the same pool. But I'm trying to figure out is that's Nolan. Who's that dark figure in the middle? In the middle. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, but you can't. But one thing you could say that original pool pit, that the one I showed y'all, that's a different night according to Warren. But this one, you can't lie about this one right here. They got the time and everything on it, champ. They got the time and everything on here. What are we talking about? That's what I'm saying. Time is the next day. So the next day is going to be, he said 10:45 on PM. So you telling me this Sunday night? I'm just showing y'all what's out there. The stamps can be manipulated too. That's what I'm saying. It's a dark figure. People act like I got all the answers out here. I'm showing y'all what's out there. And I'm showing y'all what's actually getting stamped out there. You clearly see somebody with a white goddamn hat, with a white hat. I don't listen. The time lapse, that's questionable. That's questionable. The time. But the thing I'm trying to explain here is you clearly see somebody with a white hat, the same trunks that's sitting on this picture on July 4th. If he ain't got the same trunk, he got the same goddamn hat. You could clearly see this shit. I don't know, man. I ain't got all the answers, but I'm gonna show y'all what's out there. Let me see if I pull this up. I don't care what nobody said. You can mess with the times in your goddamn on your cameras also. So if you want to pull that shit, that the time lag don't match what, but why this kid got the same and why they partying Sunday night then? And Nolan missing. We could talk about that. Person with the same hat on. Matter of fact, let me ask Chat GPT. Hold up. Hold up.
But if you tell me what you're using, I can walk you through it.
Can you change the timing on a camera device on a recorder?
One second. Yes, you can adjust recording timing on many camera recorders. So that could mean setting the date and time or setting a recording schedule for certain hours or
No. Hold up. Let me go back to my boo. Can you actually change the timing on a camera recording from the original timing?
It depends what you mean. You can't change the actual recording timing after it's been recorded, but you can change the timestamp on the camera before you record. Which one do you mean?
Well, after the recording, can you change it?
No, once it's recorded, you can't change when things happened in the video.
That's Chat GPT, so maybe they might be right. She said, All right, I'll talk to you later, boo. That's my boo right there. That's my boo. So what y'all think? Y'all think they could change the time on the recording? I don't know. I'm not here in the technology. I'm not here to be your device person, all that. But I can tell you one thing: when you look at this picture, somebody got a white hat. When you look at this picture, somebody got a white hat, and they was partying Sunday night. So which one is it? Hello. Yeah, I gotta ask Chat GPT, man. She said nope. She said you can't change that shit. She said, oh. She put a nigga on blast. Hey, yo, she put me on blast, bro. She said, nah, Smoke, I gotta keep it real with you. She put me on blast like a shout out to my Chat GPT. Shout out to my BI, man. Oh shit, yo. That shit funny as hell. Oh shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Storm. We just trying to figure out the time. Because when I looked at the time, I didn't know what the hell 22:47 mean. So everybody was like, yo, that's 7:05, whatever. I'm thinking that's like 1:45 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Then when we Google the shit, that shit say 10:45 p.m. So I'm like, these niggas must have been partying while Nolan was missing Sunday night too then. So I had to go to Chat GPT, and I had to ask her, can you change the goddamn timeline on the recording while it's already recording? And she put me on blast. But Vava said, yes, you could. Yes, you can. That's what I think, too. Yeah, that's what I think, too, man. She said, ask Chat GBT who lost the 3 nigga man basketball championship. Yo, you shout out the NCAA men basketball. Oh, shit, man. Y'all shout out, yo. Yeah, man. I tell people all the time, man, this is what we do over here, man. After a while, we'll start joking around. I just can't wait till the autopsy come out, to be honest. That's the moment I can't wait, man. Yeah, yo, Liddy, yo, she put me on blast, Liddy. He said there's a black dude in the pool. I tell you, listen, say if this ain't July 4th, all right, we can clearly say this is 5th. I thought it was 3rd shift. But either way, they still partying while Nolan is missing, if this is true. And this the picture from a week before. No, I mean Warren said his picture was taken June 27th. That's what Warren said in an interview. That's what I'm saying, Liddy. So pardon me if I had a time mistaken on the other picture. But obviously they were still partying. They were still partying no matter what. This nigga keep killing me with this shit. Yo, DJ NC. I understand what you're saying. You're telling me Smooth News, go watch the footprints in the sand, bro. Type Dolan Wells after it. Bro, I ain't gotta go look at no footprints. I already know what the hell is going on, champ. Shout out to E for the $5 on chat, man. Look at the first pool picture. Dude got the same white hat on, turned backwards. Hold up. You talking about this? Oh. Right here in the front. Yeah, I see him. I see him. Then I see somebody here with the white hat in the front right here also. I don't know if that's backwards or front or forward. Warren said that's him in the back holding on Nolan with his hands. Remember he said in the interview? He said in this picture, that's me in the back. So who the hell is this dude with the white hat on the boat? This shit is bugged out, yo. Is this the same white kid? Like, that can't be the same white kid, though, because that's Warren little brother? One of these kids got to be Warren little brother that had that fight on the island, bro. Because remember, this picture was taken a week before July 4th. So which one is Warren little effing brother? Like, he said, who wears a hat in the pool? They wear a hat in the pool. This ain't AI, bro. For people thinking it's AI, everybody thought it was AI. This is not AI. Warren confirmed about this shit. He confirmed this shit. He said that's him in the back holding Nolan. He said that this picture was taken June 27th. But I'm trying to figure out is that's Warren's little brother with the white hat on. And is this Warren wearing his little brother white hat, or they got the same white hat? I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. He said Warren's a psycho and wears hats in the pool. Probably right by him. I don't know, bro. I'm trying to figure out which one is Warren's brother that got in that goddamn fight also. Okay, if you read the caption, it says, here's why this something happened that night at the pool party. Yeah, this something happened but Warren, yo, Queen Loyalty, but Warren, when he did the interview with Tatum, Tatum asked him about the infamous pool picture. This is the first one. This the infamous pool picture that was swarming through the internet. And everybody thought this was going on July 4th. But Warren on the interview said this picture was taken a week before. We don't know. We're only going by what he's saying. This picture could have been taken the day after. We don't know. There's no stamp on timeline on this picture. Nothing. Y'all go search this picture. Y'all ain't gonna see nothing like this, like the one I showed y'all. The one I showed y'all, this shit shows July 5th. I mean, this shit shows July 5th, obviously. But this one, when you go look for this picture, the original viral picture, there's no timeline on this picture. There's nothing. But Warren, he said this picture was taken June 27th, a week before July 4th. I'm trying to figure out which one is Katie too, to be honest. I think Katie in this goddamn picture. He said Katie is the one with the black swimsuit on suit. With the black hair? This shit nasty work, bro. Because you could clearly tell that's the same pool from this picture, bro. It's the same pool. They got other pictures where that picture I showed y'all, they showed a basketball court in the back. And I had that picture. I don't know what the hell they went to. I don't know, gang. It's nasty work, man. It's nasty work. Nasty work. How long we been here? 3 hours and 30 minutes. Nigga like me about to tap out. She said she got to be there. Nah, she said that's AV in the yellow. Yeah, I heard her name too. I heard about AV, whatever, Iva, AV, whatever that goddamn name. Somebody said that's her in the yellow. I see the girl right here in the middle with the yellow, yeah, she got the yellow swimsuit right here. I see it right here. The girl that's behind her that's hugging her. It's strange, man. This shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy, gang. It really is, man. Because he's saying this picture was taken a week before. Then you got this picture that the time lapse say that this is from the next day. If it's true. I don't know if this is true. So this is a legend. But this shit is taken the next day. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, bro. There's so many strange pictures coming out and videos, all that type of shit, and it's hard to tell sometimes. It really is. I believe this picture started. started all. The person is taking in the code. That person said, wow, so whatever happened at the pool party kept going on. Shout out to Queen Loyalty, man. Motherfuckers keep mentioning her name but act like they don't know her. That's what I'm saying, Liddy. Liddy. They keep mentioning this girl name, but all of a sudden we're like, we ain't got nothing about Katie. That shit crazy to me, bro. You said great channel, man. Keep it up. I appreciate that, Barb. Appreciate that. Salute. Appreciate that. Yo, look at the two girls in the middle of the second picture on them. Got on the pink just like the first picture. Hold up, E. E be on top of shit. Pause. What E talking about? He said, look at the two girls in the middle of the second picture. You talk about the original picture? It's hard to tell, E. I ain't gonna hold you. This picture blurry as hell. The main person I see is that nigga, that dude with the white hat. That's the main one that caught my attention. I said, yo, that nigga. I said, how the hell he got a white hat? He said, just too much. Isn't don't add up. There's no more every day. Yo, it's for real. You ain't lying, Joker. He's saying you can see the girl with the pink on in this picture. It's hard, E. I could tell you one thing. Whoever in that middle, it's like a black. It's like somebody smurged that person out with that black part right here. You see it? Somebody in the middle of this pool, they smurged them out of there, bro. Cause this is exact the same pool, bro. Nah, you ate this up. Said, well, I can't come out on the wash. Will come out on the wash. They said they don't know Katie or fireworks inside the pool. Yeah, they got better other pictures of other pictures that I showed y'all the original. I should have pulled them up. I don't know where the hell they went in my files, to be honest. I done been here about 3 hours though, man. They said look at my comment as well. Hey, mods, man, don't be blocking everybody, man. Cause my mods be tweaking too, man. Hey, mods, don't. Miss Special, I don't know if you in the cut. Don't be blocking everybody. Miss Special probably blocked about 500 people knowing her, man. Miss Special, don't be doing that. I gotta check the studio out too, man. Man, if anybody talking disrespectful, you already know the vibes. That's why it's blurry, so we can't see that they're all matching in bathing suits and trunks. That's a fact. But you can clearly see somebody got that white hat. And you can clearly see somebody got a white hat when they was making this call with his leg hanging out. Let me tell you something about this picture. You can tell a leg hanging out and the body is right there hanging inside inside the boat. Clearly you could see that. And then you can clearly see there's a rope right here hanging to another boat. I don't know, man. Shout out to Black Cherry. Yeah, my mods, man. Don't OD with the blockers sometimes. You know what I mean? Don't OD with it. But gang, man, we about to get up out of here, man. We been here about shit. Did anyone watch that video yet? Let's do Yo, DJ NC, boy, you be bugging me out. I'm gonna let you live tonight, though, man. You want everybody to go watch that video bad as hell, boy. Same pool basketball goal in the back. That's a fact. That's what I said. But let me get up out of here, gang, man. We've been up here about 3 hours down there, man. It's about to be 4. Let me do what I gotta do. We be live tomorrow. Y'all already know the vibes. Make sure y'all keep that notification bell on. Smash that like, that hype, and that sub. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to all my new subscribers that joined. We had bigger count earlier. But, you know, pardon me for the chat distracting me, but sometimes I gotta get at the chat sometimes because they be bugging me out, man. He said someone said this is screenshot from videos that's why they are blurred and thus allegedly. Shout out to TTTV. Yeah, man, let me get up out of here, though, gang, man. Shout out to all my moms, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Shout out to all the new subscribers that joined the channel. Make sure you keep that bell on so you know when I'm going live, when I'm dropping my video. I'm up out of here, man. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells, man. The truth will come out. Hopefully, we'll get breaking news over the weekend, tomorrow, or hopefully coming into the next week, Monday. We'll find out, though, man. I'm up out of here, man. Peace and love to everybody, man. And it's your boy Smoke News TV. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. It's nasty work out here. Salute, gang. I'm out of here. If they know, they know. I'm out of here, man.
Yeah. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it. Cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest, every story got layers. Everybody got opinions, I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already